And hello and welcome back to the CFS Masters Fall Season Group Stage. Ako nga pala si Sticky Frog, kasama ko si AA Ron, of course. Nandito na tayo sa ating third day of the group stage. Last week we had such a good set of games, no? Nakikita na natin kung nasa na yung level ng most of our teams at the moment.
Kumbaga, dito na natin nalalaman kung sino nga ba yung papasok at sino yung malalaglag in terms of the standings. Pero syempre, ang intense nung last week natin, definitely, pwede nilang ulitin yon, or yung adjustment nila, pwede nilang baguhin in terms of the gameplay, and especially sa mga teams na maglalaro ngayon, mainit-init rin yung pwede nating makita sa kanila.
For sure. I mean, last week really was, I would say, yung expectations natin were kinda met, pero at the same time, hindi. Kasi, obviously, nakita natin, Team Random not having the best of games, currently 0-2 dito sa ating group stage. ACX, MJ as well have plenty of catching up to do, pero iba naman yung usapan natin para dito sa match number 1, of course, as it is gonna be Pacific Macta versus Gaon Gaming. But let's take a look at the schedule muna. We're gonna have, of course, today, which is the 23rd, and meron pa tayo sa 24th, and of course, playoffs day natin is gonna be next week.
Definitely next weekend, October 7 to October 8. And especially yan, tapos na yung week 1 natin. Nandito na tayo sa pakalawang linggo ng ating laban. Definitely intense and bago na naman yung ating masasaksiyan on to the side of both teams. Again, 3 series ang ating makikita. Definitely, ito yung magiging map na pwedeng paglabanan ng mga teams natin. Mexico, Ankara, Compound, Subbase, Eagle Eye, Black Widow, and especially Port. And definitely, ang pinaglalabanan lamang nila dito is 20,000 USD.
Yeah, that's that is roughly a mil. So that's pretty big prize to at least yung first place team natin is gonna get a lion's share of that prize, of course, as we do see our top 8 teams na nandito sa ating group stage: ACX, MJ, Execution, Metacore, SGJ, Reborn, Gaon Gaming, Pacific Macta, Team Random, and Hydra Pro Team. And just like we said, nakita na nga sila last week. You know, it's same old para dito sa mga first places natin. Execution performing, Pacific Macta performing, of course. I think yung goal ng mga ibang teams today, especially for the second, third, and even yung mga fourth place team natin sa group stage, on how clean these games are gonna be, no? Para dito sa dalawang groups natin, as you can see on our screen. And of course, yeah, I would say, I think ang daming teams na naghahabol dito ng 2-0. Probably kasi yung map score hasn't been the best yung para sa mga iba. You know, it has been close games, and of course, yung map score, I think, can benefit nyo, no, just in case may tiebreaker at may ganun mangyayari.
Napaka-big deal nun sa ibang team na, kumbaga, ayun yung magiging crucial point nila sa magiging standing natin. Kung paano nga ba nila ito turn around yung mga advantage nila. And looking at the playoffs bracket, dito natin makikita yung magiging journey ng 4 na teams na makakapasok dito sa playoffs. And definitely, ayun yung magiging labanan nila: semifinals match 1, match 2, and magkakaroon rin tayo ng 3rd place. And dun sa may taas, nandun rin naman yung final spot na kung saan makikita natin dun yung pinaka malakas sa mga bracket natin onto the Group A and Group B.
Yeah, and just like you said, last week yung mga labanan natin has been pretty intense between yung mga teams natin, as we did have 2 days, of course, Saturday, Sunday, going into this last one. Just like we said, pretty good galing sa side ng Pacific Macta, who is gonna be up first dito sa ating matchups for today, as after that it's gonna be Hydra Pro Team versus Metacore, and after that Team Random versus SGJ Reborn. And Gaon Gaming, I think we're gonna focus on this team muna. I think this is the 2nd game para sa Pacific Macta, 3rd game para dito sa Gaon Gaming. Gaon, of course, losing yung the first game of this entire tournament against SGJ Reborn on Eagle Eye and on Black Widow, pero nakakuha sila ng isang map, which is gonna be that Compound.
Definitely. Ayun yung pinaka malala na nangyari sa kanila. Yes, nakuha nila yung map 1, pero SG Reborn, nakabawi sila on their map 2 and map 3. Pero syempre, Pacific Macta naman, ito yung pangalawang laban nila. Unang naging katapat nila is the side of Team Random na kung saan na-dominate naman nila yung laban pero medyo napahirapan rin sila ng Team Random dun sa kanilang pagkapanalo. Definitely maganda yung mga natutunan dito ng dalawang teams on the Gaon Gaming. Alam naman natin yung aggressiveness nila, makikita natin kung maganda yung magiging impact up against the side of Pacific Macta or the side of Pacific Macta. I think pinagandaan rin naman nila to. Kailangan nila maging ready dun sa mga aggressive plays. Kahit sabihin mo ng kakaiba yung gameplay on the side of Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, no, itong Gaon Gaming, gusto nilang yung medyo mas mabilis na laruan siguro, pwede natin tawagin. And they play probably the fastest out of all the teams dito sa ating tournament, no, and it also shows dito sa kanilang second team na Gaon Gaming Black, the heavy inspiration from the main team. And of course, I mean, Gaon Gaming, they have kind of stacked up in terms of yung talent dito to try and at least disturb itong Pacific Macta at ang kanilang predicted na first place placing dito sa ating Group A. Pero so far, from what we've seen naman dito sa side ng Pacific Macta, hindi naman sila masyado nahirapan against itong Team Random with the exception of that Ankara match, no, na umabot pa yung Team Random dito sa overtime, pero yun nga, didn't really result in anything, just became a 13-9. So other than yung Ankara na yun, I think Pacific Macta so far malinis pa naman yung kanilang laruan dito.
Definitely. Ano pa lang napapunish pa rin naman nila, hindi pa rin naman sila nagkakaroon ng problema kasi makikita mo yun sa gameplay nila kung nalaman mong okay, parang nag-iiba ngayon yung timpla on the side of Pacific Macta, depending dun sa mga nangyayaring mga battle or yung mga nagiging outcome in terms of their opponent. Kasi syempre, iba't ibang teams, iba't ibang playstyle din, and especially yung kanilang mga technique. Alam natin, pinag-aralan nila isa't isa dyan, yung mga players coming from the side of Pacific Macta. Panigurado, gustong-gusto rin nilang matalo ito. Hindi lamang sa isang map, kundi sa isang series. Definitely, lahat ng series natin, best of 3 yan. Kaya, let's see kung ano nga ba ang magiging resulta natin dito.
Yeah, I mean, being a team like Pacific Macta, no, means so long na they have been at the top of itong crossfire scene natin. So, I would say they definitely do have a target in their back. But we do have the intro para dito sa mga teams natin.
And yeah, ito na nga yung koponan ng Gaon Gaming. Ellison as the team leader, Jeffrax, Jackban, X3D, Jason, and especially their substitute player, etong si Brett. Alam natin, maganda yung naging impact nila. Sinasabi ko nga last week, the Triple J connection na napakaganda ng kanilang naging performance dun sa kanilang naging laban. And looking at it, the stats,
yeah, stats is right then and there. I think yung pinakamalalaking, hindi naman pinakamalalaking surprise, but I think the biggest performer para sa side ng Gaon in that game dito sa last week natin was actually itong si Jackban, which we expected itong si Ellison and si Jeffrox and si Jason to actually lead the charge considering sila yung pinaka-experience dito sa team natin. Pero Jackban nagpakitang gilas, of course, with his own gunplay dito sa compound and sa Ankara at the same time. I don't think we did not see him not have a good game dito sa first two. Palagi talaga siya may impact para sa kanyang team, and of course with the help of X3D, I think having itong dalawa leading the charge para sa kanilang opensa, I think this is gonna be good news para sa side ng Gaon.
Definitely. And syempre naman yung kanilang mga kalaban, andyan naman ang Pacific Macta.
There it is, Pacific Macta, of course, best of the best that PH can offer. And I would say they're gonna try to defend their crown as much as possible dito. And of course, judging from last week's performance, di sila masyadong nahirapan against itong Team Random, yun nga, with the exception of the Ankara map kasi that might have been maybe a bit of a knowledge gap or siguro good map din ng ating Team Random Squad yun, and they just happen to be equal, almost equal that day dito sa side ng Pacific Macta. But we're gonna take a look at yung team data natin, and so far it's always a good tournament para kay Revenge if he is playing against his local boys. I think the best sniper in PH,
Oo.
definitely performing dito sa last week's nating games, pero ayun nga, no, 1.87 KD and of course 1.1 kill per round, so guarantee every round makakapatay dito si Revenge. Pero I actually want to see isa pang good performance galing dito kay ZYK, no, kasi doon sa international tournament natin, I think he kind of stood out para dito sa Pacific Macta, and exactly why they had a good run dito sa ating group stage, kasi ang ganda talaga ng performance doon ni ZYK.
Definitely. Ang daming mga options para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta na yes, hindi lamang si Revenge, ZYK yung nagtutulungan in terms of the duo setup na pinapakita nila sa atin. Andiyan rin si Aldrin, MVA, and especially si Justin. Napakaganda nung naging laban nila up against the side of SGJ Reborn. Yes, nakakuha nga sila ng magandang panalo dun, but definitely kailangan ngayon nilang makabawi in terms of the map na nakuha sa kanila. Pero kung ikaw kasi ang Pacific Macta, mas gugustuhin mo maka 2-0 ka lagi sa kalaban mo. Huwag mong bibigyan ng isang mapa kasi panigurado malalaman at malalaman nila yung weakness ng isang team, which is eto nga yung pinaka nasa top spot natin, Pacific Macta, na kailangan pag-aralan talaga. Kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-standard na lakas sa PH, so kailangan nating sabayan or mas taasan pa natin yung pwede nilang ibigay sa atin.
Yeah, and of course, I think they're gonna try to improve on yung kanilang Ankara, probably, kasi Team Random having a close game against itong Pacific Macta is gonna definitely make them have a wake-up call, no? Na, okay, I think we need to strengthen yung Ankara natin, especially from time to time itong si Tins actually kind of meeting ibang players natin at the wrong timings para sa side ng Pacific Macta, and losing out a few rounds dito by playing maybe a bit too spicy, especially for their standards, no? Kaya hopefully we do see a cleaner Macta, pero mahirap kasi maglaro ng malinis dito pag kalaban mo yung Gaon Gaming. They're gonna force you in situations na mahirap talagang maglaro ng standard dito. You're gonna have to think out of the box siguro kung kalaban mo yung Gaon Gaming dito.
Kailangan mo mas maging mautak sa kalaban mo, but definitely key players na kailangan nating abangan, Ellison versus Revenge, and looking at the difference naman nila, parehas sila in terms of the 5.56 the HK, and the KD naman is definitely mas lumalamang dun si Revenge, na sabi mo nga kanina na lagi siyang nakakuha ng kill definitely on every round. So kailangan rin again mag-step up dito ni Ellison.
Yeah, I think Ellison talaga, if he can just boost his skills a bit siguro para sa kanyang team, I think it's gonna be really big para sa side ng Gaon, kasi they could just be one offensive force papasok ng site natin or papasok ng isang parte ng mapa where yung especially itong blacklist side natin, kailangan nila kumuha ng control. I think Ellison could definitely be a key player para sa side ng Gaon to gain more map control para sa kanila dito. So hopefully in terms of yung fights and in terms of yung mga early angles na kinukuha dito ng ating Pacific Macta squad, hopefully itong Gaon Gaming, they can find some of them and at least make the game a bit exciting, no? Magawin natin close, kasi laging classic matchup itong sina Ellison, si Jeff Rocks, when it comes to Pacific Macta. They have been trying to fight this team and trying to take their crown for a while now. So I think alam na nila yung galawan na pwedeng gawin dito. But of course, at the end of the day, Pacific Macta pa rin yung kalaban mo eh.
Isang malaking tanong yan para sa Gaon Gaming. Kaya na kaya nila makapanalo onto the series up against the side of Pacific Macta, or Pacific Macta mas maganda yung kanilang ginagawa in terms of the play style up against the side of Gaon Gaming. Alam naman nila, or alam naman natin, yes, matagal na tayo naglalabanan, pero definitely once na alam namin yung weakness nyo, and especially the side of Pacific Macta, hindi naman sila nagpalit ng lineup. Kumbaga, ayun pa rin yung lineup nila. So, alam nila kung paano nga ba lalabanan yung isa't isa. Pero
Yeah, I mean, expected naman that Compound was actually gonna come out galing sa side ng Gaon, no? Especially, I think this is their map talaga. This is the map para sa side ng Gaon, and this is where they get their most wins and get their most success. Mexico and Port, I think pretty common ban kasi I think permaban lang yan ng dalawang teams natin. Of course, I think Gaon doesn't like playing Port, and itong Macta doesn't like playing Mexico. So, we're gonna go into first two maps natin, no? Yung basically best maps ng dalawang team natin, and we're gonna decide it on Eagle Eye, which I'm not so sure para sa side ng Macta kasi hindi ko pa sila nakikita nag-Eagle Eye this entire time. So,
okay.
you know, could be a first time for many para dito sa mga players natin. And I think Gaon Gaming, they have had I think nag-Eagle Eye sila, but I really can't pinpoint kung kailan yun. I think that's really, really long ago, pero ito yung roster pa rin yung gamit nila. So, hopefully, interesting map number 3, no? Kasi Pacific Macta, if they cannot outpower itong Gaon Gaming squad natin dito sa ating map number 1, they might have a shot para bigyan ng L itong PM natin.
Panigurado yan. Makikita natin ngayon kung paano mag-workout palalo side ng Gaon Gaming. Knowing this is gonna be the compound map na sa kanila yung mapa na ito, panigurado they have the advantage kung paano nga ba yung workout to. Alam naman natin, yung playstyle ng Gaon Gaming, they will go on the flank kung sila man yung nagdidepensa, or kung sila yung umatake, rush lang tayo, biglain natin yung kalaban natin at mabibigla talaga yan. So, kailangan ngayon malaman ng Pacific Macta na paano nga ba i-deny yung mga ganong techniques, tactic on to the side of Gaon Gaming. Panigurado, utility usage is makakatulong yon. Matutulungan sila with the smoke and flash na pwede nilang ibato on the side of Gaon Gaming.
I mean, for sure. Kasi I think yung pinakaunang naiisip dito ng side ng Gaon Gaming, no, is paano sila dadaan papunta palikod dito, especially with itong si Revenge being on the other side, and you really don't know kung anong gagawin niya in any of these rounds, if he's gonna go aggressive or he is gonna just watch itong flank natin the entire time just in case na itong Gaon Gaming, they do want to make a play happen on the other side of the map. So, I think kailangan talaga pag-isipan ng Gaon kung anong parte ng mapa kailangan nyo i-control. I think be a bit more smarter pagdating sa paggawa ng mga play dito kasi especially against Pacific Macta dito, you cannot play not smart dito sa mga laruan natin. And this, pag hindi naisip yun ng Gaon Gaming and they just play their usual pace siguro, yun nga, pwede silang
Mahirapan sila. Kumbaga kung yun na yung default standard na play nila, alam na rin ng Gaon Gaming kung paano nga ba mag-workout yung both teams. Panigurado, if they will have the playbook, kumbaga, nung isang team na yun, alam na nga nila yung mga technique. Okay, pag after this round, panigurado, baka nasa B-side sila or nasa long sila na side. Kailangan natin mag-kumpol dito, 3-man stack, bantayan lang natin yung mga ankles. Ayun lang yung kailangan rin intindihin in terms of the adjustment. Di lang naman sa before the game or inside the game, kumbaga, kailangan rin nila mag-adjust ng mga plans nila kung hindi man nagiging successful yung mga plans nila on to this map number 1 compound.
Yeah, and I think para sa compound, no, para sa side ng Pacific Macta, kailangan nilang isipin kung saan nila ilalagay yung kanilang mga agresibo na pieces, no, especially itong si Aldrin or itong si Justin, especially si Justin. As of recently, tumatapang na rin siya as a player, and I think he's more willing to take a forward position para sa side ng Pacific Macta. So there is still that looming threat para sa side dito ng Gaon Gaming na anytime na they are static as a team and meron silang isang parte ng mapa na hindi binabantayan, kailangan pag-isipan pa rin, lalabas ba dun si Justin or hindi? Is this gonna be just a standard play para sa side ng Macta, or meron bang isang pwedeng maging flank or at least a lurk player para sa kanilang team? So Justin fits that perfect mold para sa side ng Pacific Macta kasi he could be the lurk, he could be yung entry para sa kanyang team. So ayun nga, Gaon Gaming, if they can somehow counter yung ganun na galawan rin ni Justin, I think they might have the upper hand papunta dito sa compound. Pero ayun nga, no, I mean, it is compound, man. I think it kind of benefits itong Gaon Gaming, especially yung A site kasi ayun nga, there's a roof and not much lineups can fly through it. And itong Gaon Gaming, they love to fight.
Good lang, ayan na natin. Yes, let's go for the trade. Pero panigurado, kailangan natin makakuha ng objective. Ang objective lang naman dito ng Gaon Gaming, eliminate na natin yung kailangan natin makuwang kill. Go for the plant ng C4. Ayaan natin sila mag-retake. Hold lang tayo ng mga angles, lalong-lalo nga dito sa may A site. Ang daming mga spaces, ang daming mga angles na pwedeng taguan. Pero definitely, pag na-wallbang dito, coming from the side of Pacific Macta, kailangan pa rin naman nilang alamin on how to handle that thing. Kumbaga, paano natin gagawin to sa gantong senaryo? Kailangan ngayon nating i-adjust. Kailangan natin magbigay pa ng slight information kasi communication is the key para dito sa ating magiging laban. Alam natin, napakadikit panigurado ng magiging match on the side of Gaon Gaming and Pacific Macta.
Yep, I mean, Pacific Macta, up to them at this point dito sa ating first, or not the first map, ito yung first map natin, of course. Blacklist yung masisimulan nila dito. I think it's gonna be a great time para sa mga riflers natin to try and see if they can gain some entry dito. I think Pacific Macta is actually really good at itong pagkuha ng ating B-main, and I think that is one of the more important parts ng ating mapa, of course. And pagdating nga dun sa scenario na yun, I think even if Pacific Macta is not taking it on B, I think that gaining that lot of space super early dito sa game natin can definitely benefit them, especially pagdating dito sa ating compound. But yeah, I mean, they're just ready and waiting para sa mga teams sa mga pasok dito. But I think yeah, ready na yung mga teams natin dito. I think compound is gonna be on our screen, and there it is. And here we go.
Yan, magsisimula na ang tunay na laban at gera. Pero syempre, sabi ni Jason, ako ang magsisimula ng kwentuhan natin. Getting the 2K para magsimula ang first round. And again, Gaon Gaming, alam naman natin, ganito sila ka-agresibo. Pipitas lamang sila on the side of Pacific Macta. There we go, round 1 agad para sa kanila.
I mean, I guess Jeff Rox is ran into yung middle area natin and just fragged everyone out. I was just confused the entire time na bakit hindi pa siya namamatay dito. But I think also the pressure from all sides na binibigay dito ng ating Gaon Gaming squad was a bit too much para sa side of Pacific Macta. There's already too many casualties and masyado yatang confident yung PM na makukuha nila yung middle for free.
Talagang makikita natin ngayon yung control on the side of Pacific Macta. Yes, binigla na ulit sila on the side of Gaon Gaming ng first round. Pero pag inulit kasi nila ito, pwedeng maging downfall to on the side of Gaon Gaming. So Pacific Macta, kahit pa paano, nagiging play safe sila. Kailangan pa rin nilang alamin yung mga angles. This is gonna be the first contact na ating makikita. Hindi magko-connect, but MVA ngayon, half HP siya. Ooh, headshot after headshot.
Oh my god, din lang. Ellison does get itong si Justin. So that means you don't have to worry about your flank anymore para sa side ng Pacific Macta. Pero ZYK and Revenge, definitely a duo na hindi mo dapat i-underestimate at all. Especially pagdating sa mapa na to. Pero it is a good start para sa side ng GG. They already got itong si MPA Justin and si Aldrin after that initial mid-fight na nangyari nga dito.
Pero yun lang. Di nag-connect ZYK. Pero syempre, push pa rin ang push. Go lang ng go. Huwag tayo mag-stop. Ellison ngayon ay tumumba na. But Jeff Rox, Jason, and X3D 2 versus 1. Gaon Gaming, sapat pa rin naman yung oras para dito kay Revenge. Pero crossfire ang ginawa nila. X3D with that kill.
Yeah, actually the hearing and drop dito sa may tower side. Just decided to peek it. Alam niyang nakatingin naman dito si Revenge. After that initial kill dito sa ating A site, I think he had no choice but to give his attention to it. Pero XCT, perfect position galing sa kanya para i-capitalize ang play na yun.
Oh, hindi na naman nag-connect for the side of Ellison. ZYK, kamunti ka na naman siyang mapitas. Pero syempre, kailangan pa rin maghintay ng tamang oras para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta. Yung timing, MVA, and X3D. Ito na kaya yung tamang pagkikita nila. Uy, ayun na.
Yun lang, nakatulog yata si X3D sa kanyang angle dun. And unfortunately does pay the price. Pero Revenge, Ellison, that's the bravest 3-peak you can go for. Especially si Revenge na pipeak. And yun lang.
Pero yun ang pinakita, Revenge. Yes, sir. Sabi niya dun sa kanyang team. But right now, 1 HP para dito kay Revenge. 4 versus 3 pa rin naman yung nagiging laban, dikit kung dikit. But definitely, 2 round yung napalanunan na dito on the side of Gaon Gaming. So, kailangan pa rin magabol ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah. Pacific Macta, meron naman kayong one-man advantage, and especially wala na dito si Ellison. Wala na silang one-shot potential para sa side ng Gaon Gaming. So they could be playing a lot more reckless dito since riflers don't have to worry about getting instantly deleted.
Ayun lang. Fortunate para dito sa side ng Gaon Gaming. They will plant the C4 dito sa may A side. So, Jeffrax, anong gagawin mo? Inaabang lang naman dyan yung isang player coming from the side of Revenge. Pero, Jeffrax, tignan natin. Wala yung kanyang mga ka-teammate ngayon. Nagsosolo siya with 26 seconds para dito sa ating time. But right now, jump pick lang naman gagawin dito ni Justin. 2-1 score for this round.
Yeah, I think it's a good solution para sa side ng Pacific Macta, no? Since yung pinakamalaking problema nila kanina in that last round was losing that initial bid fight, pero kailangan lang naman nila pag-isipan is get revenge to tower and punta tayo ng A-long. And since may additional angle na pwede mong panoorin galing doon to have that line of sight papuntang A site natin, even getting a free kill habang iniisip ng Gaon ay may A-long push na pala nangyayari.
Talagang may A-long push tayong may kita, pero syempre dahan-dahan lang ring kukunin ni X3D yung mga impormasyon na kailangan ngayon nila. Pero ngayon, mukhang may nawawala for the side of Pacific Macta. 2-1 score. Kita natin ngayon, paano kaya nila gagapangin to? Paano kaya nila gagawan ng magandang solusyon? Wala ngayon si Revenge, pero tignan natin kung ano nga yung magiging resulta for this round.
Yeah,
number 4.
Might just be a reset, honestly. I mean, Revenge, I don't know, is PC crashed or something, siguro, pero that's fine. It's Crossfire. Sometimes it does that kasi it's a 10-year-old game. And we love it either way, pare. Pero yun nga, it does happen, man. I mean, I think I experienced those things from time to time as well. Minsan, the game just either crashes by itself and then mapapabalik naman ng mabilisan, of course. It's just fast loading. Alam mo naman, Pacific Macta, they probably have PCs faster than we can imagine. But at the same time, it doesn't take much para itakbo yung game na to, honestly.
Kumbaga, ready pa rin naman dyan yung mga teams natin. Definitely, yun nga, sabi mo, nag-crash lang panigurado yung kanyang Crossfire. Pero, pag bumalik yan, napakabilis lang. Back to the ball game agad tayo. Again, 2-1 yung ating naging score. Pero syempre, pag-usapan natin, Gaon Gaming, yes, napakabilis lang ng kanilang pagkapanalo dun sa 2 rounds na napakaganda nung naging flawless, kumbaga, yung naging round sila. Nag-rush sila dun sa may mid, pero yung round number 2 nila, dahan-dahan lang nila nakuha yon. Pero maganda nung kanilang ipinapakita sa atin.
Yeah, and I think itong Pacific Macta, they're trying to attempt something different, especially dito sa compound with a lot more middle control. Kanina nasagot lang yata sila ni Jeffrax dito with that initial bid push, and right after that, hindi na yata in-attempt ng Gaon Gaming para kunin itong mid natin. Instead, maglalagay na lang sila ng Crossfire, the classic defense dito sa mapa na to. And yeah, they're just gonna leave mid alone this time, pero at least likod ng in the back of the minds ng Pacific Macta dito. Kailangan pa rin nila maging careful just in case.
Ayun yung magiging butas for the side of Pacific Macta. So, Gaon Gaming, again, kailangan nilang i-consider din yung magiging rotation, yung magiging game plan on the side of Pacific Macta. Dahil panigurado, pwede na naman makakuha ng isang casualty coming from the side of Ellison na panigurado nakikita naman natin MVA kalahati agad yung kanyang buhay. But right now, ZYK! Ellison, nagkatinginan na, pero syempre, mas lumamang dun sa laban na yon para dito kay ZYK. And now, Pacific Macta, tignan natin paano sila pumasok.
And that's the difficulty of holding itong outside or B-main entrance natin kasi ayun nga, a lot of angles you have to worry about. Hindi lang yung pinto, also the window to the left. And Ellison was feeling a bit confident, no? He was feeling na, okay, may papasok dito na isa and I can just get back into yung site. Pero yun lang, ZYK, of course, playing it very, very slowly, shift keying lang and waiting for the perfect time to
Uy!
strike. Ay, revenge!
Nahuli pa nga dito ni Jason. Onto the 2F.
Showing too much.
Masyado atang naging komportable. Pero syempre, X3D trying to have some information. Pero syempre, may mga players pa rin naman on the side of Pacific Macta na ginagapang rin yung isang site na definitely isa lang rin yung nagbabantay. Jason, tignan natin yung tamang timing para sa kanilang squad. Pero I think papasok na nga ngayon dito ang side ng Pacific Macta pero hindi ata naging sapat yung patience na dapat nilang makukuha. MVA and the rest of the squad dito ng Pacific Macta, kailangan ngayon nilang magkaroon ng backup plan. They will be planting the C4 dito sa may A site pero once X3D makita ng information, panigurado, makakuha sila ng pitas. Katulad nun, nakuha na naman sila 2 to 1, 2 to 3. Ngayon, isa na lang, MBA with a 1 HP. 3-1 ngayon ang ating score.
Good flashes. Honestly, galing sa side ng Gaon Gaming dito, bulagin dalawang players on both itong C2 and itong C3 natin. Nothing much they can do at that point, especially nung nawala na si ZYK dito sa may mid-side. Wala na silang tower control. Nothing to prevent itong Gaon Gaming from just going into the site and just swinging wide. So, yun nga, not a lot of options para sa side ng PM.
Oh no. MBA, but a good flick definitely yun para kay Ellison. But right now, Revenge, Justin and Aldrin, nagkakasagutan na naman sila. Pacific Macta, parang hindi ata maganda ang kanilang early game para dito sa ating laban. So, definitely, 3-1 score pa rin. Pero lamang pa rin ang side ng Gaon Gaming.
Could just be a really good defense galing sa side ng Gaon. I think especially pagdating sa compound, they're one of the few teams na can really just hold it down dito sa global risk side natin and try and choke out itong initial BL half. Pero kailangan din nila maging careful dito kasi pagdating dito sa second half, Pacific Macta can also defend just as good. But the thing is with Gaon, since sila yung may experience sa mapa na to, they can definitely just win out itong map number 1 natin. It's gonna be pretty big para sa kanilang confidence, no? I mean, itong ang Gaon, I mean, their entire playstyle is being confident, so I would say it's gonna be a big boost para sa kanila if ever umabot sila dito sa map number 1.
Ito na nga yung magiging transition, kumbaga, nung kanilang magiging playstyle. So, pag nabuhat nga to or nakuha ito on the side of Gaon Gaming, panigurado, yes, they have the momentum. Pero syempre, Aldrin and the side of the Gaon Gaming, hindi ata sila nagkakitaan. Hindi ata niya alam na may isa doon na nagbabantay. Sneaky play para dito kay Aldrin. Ano kaya ang gagawin? Getting some information, pero syempre, si Jack Van, yung timing na yun, medyo nagiging alanganin para sa kanila dahil dyan na nga si Revenge with the smoke and flashes na gagamitin ngayon nila. Planted ngayon sa may A side.
Yeah, pero Revenge has to worry about 2 angles here, so this could be either really good or really bad para kay Revenge kaya sinamahan na ni Aldrin dito sa may CR natin. Pero Revenge.
Ayun lang, hindi nga siya nakakuha ng magandang play, hindi nakakuha ng kill. Pero syempre si Aldrin rin naman ang tutumba. Good retake para dito sa koponan ng Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, if you miss yung first shot na yun, especially dyan sa L hallway, Revenge, it's gonna be really difficult para makalabas sa inyo. At the same time, on point lahat ng side ng Gaon Gaming. I mean, that's an instant punish, instant headshot. Di na talaga nila pinalagpas si Revenge pabalik doon sa ating CR side and instead itong si Alden na lang mag-isa. Not much that he can do. And PM, they look stumped dito sa BL natin.
Nahihirapan ngayon side ng Pacific Macta. Pero GG, napapasabi na agad ng good game. Pero tignan natin kung maaga ata yung kanilang nagiging mensahe dito with 4-1 score. Definitely, yes. Lamang na lamang sila, pero may maganda pa rin naman potential dito na pwedeng makakuha ng kill. Yes, nakakuha nga dito ng isang kill coming from the side of Jeff Rax. Good information na nakuha nila na nasa may mid side ngayon ang Pacific Macta.
So far, Pacific Macta, they're keeping it really slow dito sa game natin. I think so far, Gaon Gaming, lahat ng early fights, sila pa naman na nakakuha. And I think PM trying to go for one of the GG members na gustong mag-push dito. Pero, disiplina lang dito yung Gaon Gaming for now. I think satisfied na sila na nakuha nila si NBA or MPA. They can just back it up. All the way dito sa mga sites and a bit more of an aggressive angle. But a bit too aggressive para dito kay Ellison.
Napakatapang ng pag-pick. Coming from the side of Revenge, yes. Alam na alam niya na yung mga ganong galawan. Coming from the side of Ellison. Pero ngayon, maganda yung kanilang nagiging technique on the side of Pacific Macta. They will now push into the B site. Dahan-dahan nilang gagapangan muli ZYK. Tignan natin kung makikita mga ba siya dito. Pero syempre, yung smoke na na-block yung kanyang vision. But unfortunately, X3D, alam niya. May tao talaga doon. Yung presence coming from the side of ZYK, available ngayon para dito sa kanilang team. Revenge ngayon, tignan natin. Etong si Aldrin. Yes, nakakuha nga sila ng mga kills. Pero syempre, kailangan pa rin nilang i-plant yung C4. Kinain yung flash. Pero Jackban, tignan natin kung makakuha niya nga ba to. Magandang clutch na ito. 3 versus 1. But definitely, Revenge. Bumabawi ulit ang side ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, big opening kill galing kay Revenge dito kay Ellison just to eliminate him. Yung threat ng sniper dito sa may B-main side natin. And ayun lang, bit of a misplay by the side players. Aldrin as well, napakaganda yung late mid push galing sa kanya. Nakatch na yung players back in their RS side. And ayun nga, hindi na naka-rotate yung GG in time. They ran into Aldrin before they ran into the site itself. So, Pacific Macta, the second one.
Nagkaka-testingan na, nagkakaalaman na yung mga players. Parang nakikita natin, yes, greedy ngayon ang side ng Gaon Gaming na makakuha pa ng maraming kill and maraming rounds para ma-secure yung kanilang map pick, which is compound. Pero ngayon, nakikita pa rin naman natin paano nga ba yung magiging kalawan nila, paano nga ba yung magiging setup coming from the side of Pacific Macta. Revenge, trying to push ngayon dito sa may pintuan. Kakatok lamang pero walang makikitang tao sa loob. Now, Gaon Gaming, tignan pa natin kung paano ba nila i-turn around itong laban. 4-2 score.
And same thing. Sa last round natin, Pacific Macta playing it. MVA, buhay na buhay pa nga dito. So, they're gonna attempt that control.
Ayun na nga, nakakuha na nga dito na X3D. Now, MVA, tutumbang muli. Kailangan ngayon nilang mag-double effort on the side of Pacific Macta. Justin, yes, papasok siya. Pero yung bomba na kailangan niyang iwasan ay bigla pang tatama sa kanya. Now, mga players dito ng Gaon Gaming, medyo sneaky pa rin ang Pacific Macta. Knowing na nawawalan lagi sila ng oras, hindi nagiging sapat sa kanila oras. Parang ito na ata yung pagbangon ng Gaon Gaming dito sa ating liga na pinapatunayan nila na kaya na namin to, kaya na namin makipagsabayan. Yes, nakakuha dito si Revenge. Pero syempre, maganda pa rin naman yung nagiging sagutan for the side of both teams. ZYK, X3D, and Ellison. Sila na lang ang naglalaban dito sa ating round number 7.
Pero ZYK, you need to fight this. Ayun lang. Wala ka ng choice. You don't know what timing na lalabas dito si X3D sa 2F. And no choice but to just fight it.
Laban na lang natin. Go lang tayo. Go for the push. Go for the trade. Ang ganda nagiging quality on to the side of Gaon Gaming. Alam nila yung nagiging weakness ng Pacific Macta na kumbaga hindi man makapalag ngayon ng Pacific Macta, pero let's see. Map 1 pa lang to. Definitely kaya pa nila maka-bounce back pag na-secure ito ng Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, pero nga Gaon, bit too far dito sa may storage room natin. So Jackpan's gonna fall. Option para sa side ng Pacific Macta to just stay here. Pero kailangan nila mag-spread out considering kung ano pwede nila makuha sa map na to. B-main is also open. Pero just like sa nakita natin from the past few rounds, ina-assume na nila na naandun si Ellison. So they're taking this one really carefully. Pero at least Pacific Macta winning sa map control for now. And mapapabalik na onti dito yung Gaon. It's gonna be shrouded in more mystery kung ano pwedeng gawin dito ng PM so far.
Gaon Gaming, 1 minute and 25 seconds para dito sa side ng PM. Pacific Macta, tignan natin ngayon, makakuha nga dito ng isang kill. Si X3D trying to spray down, getting for more. Pero 2K lamang ang kanyang matatanggap. Pero syempre, good information ang kanyang naibigay. Pero syempre, hindi pa rin naman magtatama ang kanyang mga bullet coming from the side of Revenge. Hindi man lang dumaples, pero panigurado. Ellison with a 1 HP ngayon. Jason trying to guard dito sa may flank side. Iniiwasan niya lamang yung mga players coming from the side of Justin. Na alam natin si Justin, siya ang nagdadala ng C4. Now, yung C4 ngayon, bumagsak na. Gaon Gaming, let's see kung paano pa nila mataturn around to para sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Yep, Revenge, definitely doable para sa kanya dito. Oh, good discipline on the AWM, pero hindi niya tinamaan yung headshot dito with the Colt, unfortunately. Pero Gaon Gaming, 6-2, big 4-point lead dito sa kanilang defense so far. And Pacific Macta, yeah, they still cannot solve yung defense na to. No matter what happens, and an instant adjust para sa side ng Gaon Gaming. Ellison gonna full challenge itong mid instead. Pacific Macta, kailangan din nilang pag-isipan ulit kung anong pwedeng gawin dito kasi ayun nga, more aggressive than usual itong GG.
Ayun na! ZYK Justin,
Oh,
nag-iingay
yun.
uli sa ating laban. Ito na ata yung gera na gusto nilang pasukin na kanina pa nagsasarado para sa kanilang mga kamay. They want to plant the C4 para dito sa may 2F. Pero syempre, andyan pa rin naman yung squad coming from the side of Jeff Rax. Buhay pa rin naman yung double or triple J connection. Yes, nawalan agad ng isang J dito. Jason, Jeff Rax, and the side of Jack Ban. Nagkaroon nga ng magandang labanan dun sa ating A side. And definitely, a round yun para sa side ng Pacific Macta. And now Gaon Gaming and Pacific Macta, parang back and forth gameplay nga yung kanilang pinapakita sa atin. Pero I think the side of Pacific Macta, parang ito pa lang yung loading game nila. Kung paano sila mag-adjust, paano nilang basahin yung mga nagiging play on the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero tingnan natin yung ano pang ibibigay sa atin ng Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Gaon talaga is you never really know what they do. Like every round is a new round para dito sa side ng Gaon. They can throw you with the most passive defense possible, and they can throw you with aggression just like nakita natin dito sa ating last round. You know, they're willing to go for these risks na other teams don't usually go for, kaya na-caught off guard even yung etong Pacific Macta, especially sa perfect map which is compound. No? Hindi sila basically naka-counter ng nades agad dito. Instead, sila pa kayo nakakuha ng advantage with their nades since mas maganda yung timing slightly para sa side ng GR nung half na yon. But PM is gonna try to take advantage na sila naman yung dedepensa dito, and Gaon are gonna try to be the ones cracking itong depensa ng ating PM side.
Makikita na ngayon natin paano nga ba gagawa nito ng Gaon Gaming ng magandang strategy, because they will be the attacking side ng ating makita. Siyempre, Ellison, daan-daan niyang gagapangin muli itong A site. Ilong yung kailangan nilang pasukin. Siyempre, may mga iba pang nagbabantay dyan. Nakatulad ngayon dito, the side of Jackban. Nakakuha ng magandang trade kill. Pero siyempre, ZYK, nagawa niya naman yung mission niya. Go for a 1 kill. Titrade ka namin mamaya. Pero mas maganda ito dahil dalawa ngayon sa side ng Gaon Gaming ang pinaka low HP.
Yeah, I mean, kahit namatay dito si ZYK, it's still pretty big damage. Pero Revenge, I don't think you should be the one peeking, my friend, kasi I think a rifler would have been a good solution para dun sa problema nila. That is a long, pero Revenge just trying to clean up the scraps para sa side ng Pacific Macta doon, and now they're gonna be forced to play a pretty spread defense. Pero capable naman yung mga players nila dito, pero seeing from yung mga shots so far ng Gaon, pati yung mga low HP players nagiging threat na rin dito.
Kahit sabi mo 1 HP, pag na one tap ka niyan o kaya ma-spray down ka kagad yan, you will have that clutch kills na pwedeng makuha dito ng Gaon Gaming. Ngayon, yung nagiging back and forth yung laban natin. Yes, nangyari na rin to the side of Pacific Macta. Hindi yan yung oras sa kanila. Pero ngayon, Aldrin popping off this kill. 1 versus 1 situation. Makukuha niya nga yung C4 dun sa may labas. Pero syempre,
Dang!
X3B with a clutch 7-3 score.
Grabe, kahit yung 3K to ni Aldrin will not save itong Pacific Macta from that danger. It was a really good play para dito kay Aldrin to get 3 with that mid push and just getting every single player na possible na pwede pumasok dito sa may RS side. Pero X3D clutching up with the very, very good headshot despite itong si Aldrin na medyo mainit sa kanyang rifle. That's gonna be pretty big para sa momentum ng Gaon.
Napakalaking momentum. Pero syempre, tignan natin kung paano nga ba mag-workout pa para side ng Pacific Macta. Ito na nga ba yung magiging decider map na kung saan Gaon Gaming, yes, makukuha namin yung map 1. Pero syempre, going into the map 2, panigurado, advantage naman yon para sa side ng Pacific Macta. I think gusto lang talaga dito testingin ng dalawang team. Hanggang saan nga ba yung kaya nating ibigay sa isa't isa. Pero syempre, Gaon Gaming, ibang klase ngayon yung ating nakikita onto the first map. 1 minute and 25 seconds muli ang ating magiging oras. Magiging sapat kaya ito? Naging sapat yung 4 seconds na natira kanina para side ni X3D na makabawi muli up against the side of Aldrin. Pero ngayon, tignan natin, posible nga ba to para side ng Pacific Macta?
Slow crawl para sa side ng Gaon in towards yung B main side. There's a good crossfire by Pacific Macta though. So NBA yung unang titignan. Pero si Jason does get the full swing going and makukuha rin nila si Justin. That's gonna be B side wide open unless meron pa pala isang tao sa site. Alam ba nila si Aldrin dito?
Di yata nila alam. Yung timing, hindi sila nagkakataan.
Oh.
Pero si Aldrin with a good play. Definitely creating a space. Creating a 4 kills para sa kanyang pangalan. Grabe yung kanyang pag-hold na yun.
Grabe, what a set of shots galing dito kay Aldrin. And that's the added benefit ng pag-stack dito ng P-site natin. And ang daming taguan sobra because of those batteries in the middle of site. And Aldrin taking full advantage, bumping and weaving in between. And nakuha pa nga siya ng flank habang nagpa-plant yung mga players dito ng Gaon. Not aware of his presence. And Pacific Macta, that could just set them right back dito sa game natin.
Ito na yung standard na kailangan nilang makakuha ng mga casualty. And now, there we go. Justin.
Nice shot.
Ito na yun. Pinapakita niya na yung tunay niyang playstyle up against the side of Gaon Gaming. Parang pinapatikim lang ata yung kanilang first half advantage on the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero Gaon Gaming, 4 versus 3. Panigurado, they have the disadvantage in terms of the manpower. The man advantage na meron ngayon sila ay nasa side ng Pacific Macta. 7-4, di pa rin naman huli ang lahat para side ng Pacific Macta. Pero Gaon Gaming, they need to secure this one. Kailangan pa rin nilang manalo ng sunod-sunod at huwag nang paabulin pa ang side ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, pero kailangan pa rin nila maging careful dito as Gaon, as we saw last time, them being down in numbers does really affect yung pace ng kanilang opensa dito. Oh, Justin.
Ay! Justin,
1 for 1.
back-to-back kills. Nakikita natin yan on the side of Jackban. Double J connection. Jackban getting that kill, yes. Nakakuha nga siya ng kill. Pero Jeffrax ngayon ang magpa-plant ng C4. Pero ZYK, kailangan nilang magsabay ngayon para makuha sila ng double pick. Pero mali ata yung naging timing. Jackban. And now Aldrin na lang yung natitira. Na-smoke na nga yung kanyang daan. Pero tignan natin. Ano nga ba yung gagawin niyang play para madepensahan at ma-defuse yung bomba na nakatanim ngayon dito sa may A-site. Yes, nakakuha siya ng kill. Ito na naman ba? Aldrin with a 1 HP pero Jeffrax kompleto pa rin ang kanyang buhay. 8-4 ngayon. Dalawa na lang ay makuha agad to ng Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, good timing on the swing. Galing dito kay Jeffrax. And itong Pacific Macta, it seems like maybe the lack of compound na nilalaro nila is now starting to set in. Especially with how good Gaon Gaming has gotten dito sa mapa na to, and especially na nakikita natin Jackpan time and time again getting these opening kills para sa kanyang team, and even the rest of itong Gaon Gaming has been clutch so far dito sa game natin. Just like I said, it doesn't really matter how down in the numbers itong Gaon Gaming is, as long as they have 3 or 4 players na pwede pa nilang ilaro dito, they're still gonna go with the exact same pace, with the exact same push. And Pacific Macta, mukhang hindi lang sila ready dun sa moment na yun.
Hindi sila ready pero kailangan pa rin nilang maging handa sa mga gantong senaryo. Yes, napakahaba pag iniisip natin na yes, Pacific Macta, kaya pa rin naman nila makakuha ng comeback. Pero once kasi the side of Gaon Gaming na secure na nga nila yung match point, pag nanalo dito sa round na ito, panigurado yung momentum ng Pacific Macta or yung consistency ng Gaon Gaming is magkakaroon pa ng magandang additional flavor in terms of their gameplay. Pero syempre, Gaon Gaming, think they will be rushing dito sa may B site or A site rather. Nag-aabang lang sila pero tignan natin. Jeff Rax, big option to para sa kanila na pasukin yung A site.
Yeah, pero hindi nila clear dito si Justin. So he's still very aware na clear itong B main side natin. So I think nagpe-prep na yung mga players dito sa A side just in case na may push na mangyayari. There's a smoke already down pero they have to be mentally aware na papasok na dito yung GG.
Papasok na nga dito yung side ng Gaon Gaming. Nakakuha nga dito ng isang kill coming from the side of Revenge. Pero nakakuha pa rin naman ng back-to-back kills ang side ng Gaon Gaming. Ellison, Jeff Rax. Ibang klase na naman ang kanilang ipinapakita sa atin. Retake para dito sa side ng PM. Pero syempre, match point ng kanilang ipinaglalabanan on the side of Jeff Rax. Jason, check ban. Yes sir! Ellison, getting that kill. Parang pinapatunayan niya ngayon na kaya ko si Revenge tapatan with a 1v1 sniper. Pero panigurado, match point ngayon tayo. Gaon Gaming ang nagli-lead.
Yeah, hindi nag-workout yung scenario na yun para sa side ng Pacific Macta. I think they would have thought na yung 2F player would actually get all the attention dun sa initial push natin. But instead, you know, they just ignored itong si Revenge despite yung kanyang early kill dito and smoked off yung kanyang spot. Really made it hard para sa sniper para gumawa ng kahit ano dito. And, I mean, Gaon Gaming, despite not getting itong long side natin, just kept it simple. Itong fake B and then nag-rotate sila papuntang B main. Smoked off itong mid and eventually went for the push. And Pacific Macta, despite that, hindi pa rin sila ready at that moment dito sa kanilang depensa and they just got ran over dito sa site natin.
Napaka-delikado ngayon para sa side ng Pacific Macta. Ng Gaon Gaming, tignan natin magiging decision making nila. Ito na nga ba yung last round para dito sa map na to for the side of Pacific Macta and the side of Gaon Gaming. Yes, nakakuha dito ni ZYK ng mga enough damage. Pero si Jason lang rin naman yung tatamaan. Maganda na naman yung trademark nila. Pero maganda rin naman yung nade kill coming from the side of Ellison. Jason, Jeff Rax, and the side of X3D. Nag-aabang lamang sila. Pero syempre yung pag-aabang nila, pwede nang silang magulat dito ng mga players on the side of Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, and they can now rotate since they've already gained control dito sa may long side and Pacific Macta has no choice but to place a player there and si Justin no choice but to be stuck dito sa A side natin till may information na paparating dito sa may PM side. Revenge in a very dangerous spot.
Uy! Hindi ata tatama pero yun na nga yung gusto natin. Yun na nga yung gusto nila. Revenge getting that kill. Pero Jeff Rax, nag-iingay na naman sila. 35 seconds. Magiging sapat na naman ba yung oras na to? Pero dito si Aldrin, siya lang naman yung nakakuha ng 4K kanina. But right now, hindi niya ata mauulit yon dahil hindi ngayon sapat ang magiging oras para dito kay Ellison dahil ang dami niya kailangan i-check. Pero tignan natin, yung mga checklist dito ay kailangan niya lamang gawin. Mission failed para dito sa side ng Gaon Gaming. Pero Pacific Macta, napakapatagal pa rin laman nila yung ating laban.
Yeah, I mean 9 and 5 Pacific Macta, of course, Justin with the classic flank. And they get it in the end. Good play. Galing dito kay Alden to stop itong push natin in its entirety. Pero MBA as well, doing a great job of delaying this entire time. Hindi naman yung kill yung hanap na dito. It's the guaranteed win instead. Pero Justin?
Uy, papasok. X3D, yes. Nakakuha na naman siya. Pero syempre, kailangan na lang clear yung mga side, clear yung mga angles. Mukhang isa lang naman yung magka-try, mag-plank sa kanila. Nakuha sana ni Aldrin yung napakadaming kills na yon. Pero ngayon, na binabantayan siya, winowallbang na rin siya. Lahat na binibigay sa kanya. Pacific Macta. Isa na lang yung player na inaasahan nila dito. Aldrin, tignan natin kung makaklatch siya kaya. Jason and Jack Ban. Dalawa nagbabantay dun sa may itaas. Pero mukhang lilipat sila and they will secure the map 1 para dito sa ating laban.
Yeah, yung Gaon Gaming, good from the first half, great from yung second half natin dito. And kagaya nga na sinabi ko, no, pagkalaban mo yung Gaon Gaming, you can't forget how quick they can switch yung gears, they can go from slow, they can go to fast in an instant dito, no. And yun yung nangyari dun sa round na yun. They're just like, okay, we have this big of a lead, X3D, push mo na lang itong mid-side natin and let's try to see if there's an opening para sa side ng PM habang nagpre-prepare pa sila dito sa kanilang depensa. And it seems like Justin, he was not ready para dito sa ating full man push dito ng X3D and him gaining so much space para sa side ng Gaon and them just pushing together as a team. Doon nakuha na nila agad yung side control and despite yung flank galing dito kay NBA, the unfortunate miss galing sa kanya doon, I think from that point on, that was his game over para sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Baga, ang ganda nga ng simula from the side of Gaon Gaming. But again, Pacific Macta, yung shortage nila in terms of the adjustment, hindi sila nakapag-adjust, hindi nila nalaman yung formula on how will they defend dun sa mga site ng first half. And panigurado, dun naman sa kupunan dito ng Gaon Gaming, naging consistent lang sila in terms of defending, in terms of the attacking side. Kumbaga, naging balance lang kahit pa paano. And Pacific Macta, may tanong talaga dun eh. Bakit kaya ganun yung naging resulta kapag in the side of Gaon Gaming?
Yeah, I think Gaon, I think masasabi ko lang dun is like Gaon just played the better offense kumpara dito sa depensa ng side ng Pacific Macta and also vice versa no na etong Gaon just played the better defense than yung offense dito ng ating PM side. I think we saw a lot more plays working para sa side ng Gaon Gaming dito, especially with the setups na ginagawa nila, whether it is the fast or the slow plays na ginagawa nila. It seems like they just know what they're doing the entire time. Alam nila kung anong gagawin dito ng Pacific Macta and it seems like, you know, just the experience of going up against itong PM squad this entire time, you do kind of pick up kung ano yung mga habits na ginagawa nila dito that are very punishable as a team. And despite itong PM being at the very top ng ating CF scene, that doesn't mean na hindi sila vulnerable dito to some mistakes. And this is the perfect reason or the perfect example why no na kung alam mo lang talaga kung anong gagawin ng players or what they usually do dito sa mga mapa na to, it seems like you can just easily counter it kagaya ng ginagawa ng GG dito.
Kakaiba talaga yung playstyle coming from the side of GG. But definitely, this is gonna be their first map pa lang, which is Compound, na pinili nga ng Gaon Gaming. Yes, nagkaroon nga ng shortage in terms of the side of Pacific Macta, pero yung map 2 kasi, sa kanila ngayon yung map 2, which is Ankara naman yung ating may kitang map na yon. So, Gaon Gaming, I think, parang kailangan nilang i-outstand or i-outperform yung side ng Pacific Macta. Kasi alam naman natin, Pacific Macta, kapag ganda ng execution nila in terms of the utility usage, alam nila kung ano yung timing, and especially, andun yung mapa ni Revenge na alam naman natin, definitely, nakakuha siya ng kills sa mga rounds na napakailangan siya.
Yeah, and I'm just a bit worried galing dito kay Revenge no kasi as much as meron nga siyang impact dito sa may compound side natin, I think him having less confidence papasok dito sa Ankara is not really gonna bode well para sa side ng PM kasi yun nga, nakita natin last map, even Ellison was also hitting his shots as that sniper para sa kanyang team. And especially pag meron kang players just like itong ni X3D, just like itong ni Jackpan, just constantly having to worry about yung buong Pacific Macta squad natin. I think it's gonna be good para dito kay Ellison to have a sniping game dito sa Ankara kasi he doesn't really have to worry about yung usual angles na kailangan i-worry ng mga snipers natin to try and get that first pick kasi there's already 2 players doing the job for him. So it's a lot easier para sa side ng Gaon, at least for the sniper role, para maglaro ng ganun. Pero Pacific Macta, of course, they are known for this map, pero that doesn't mean they're not vulnerable sa mapa na to, no? Kasi nakita naman natin yung nangyari against Team Random and they're the last place team dito sa grupo natin. What if we have a team like itong Gaon Gaming who likes to change up the pace from time to time na na-confuse itong Pacific Macta squad natin? Anong pwede nilang gawin as a team that can really set it off para sa side ng PM? Kasi, I mean, meron ng they're not gods, man. They're just humans at the end of the day. That's really good at this video game. Pero, yun nga, no, meron pa silang solution na possibly may onting clues dun sa compound kung anong pwedeng gawin ng Gaon Gaming para talunin yung Macta rito.
Kumbaga, yes, nakita na nila yung weak spot coming from the side of Pacific Macta. And Pacific Macta, nakita naman natin yung naging resulta nung naging laban on the compound map. Yes, nakakuha ng mga clutches, lalong-lalo na doon si Aldrin with a 4K. Kala natin, turnaround na yun on the side of Pacific Macta. Pero, Gaon Gaming, alam na ngayon nila paano natin i-close yung laban, paano tayo mag-close ng isang map. Gawin lang natin kung ano yung Gaon Gaming na kilala natin sa ating mga sarili, and definitely nag-workout yon, nag-pay off yon. Pero syempre, Ankara nga is the map 2, which is napili ito ng side ng Pacific Macta. And Pacific Macta, Ankara, napakataas ng kanilang percentage in terms of the win rate dito sa map na to, and especially dun sa pick. I think parang nagiging butas na lang dito on the side of Gaon Gaming. Paano naman natin gagawin yung mga aggressive play natin? Kasi new set of map to, kailangan kayo natin ng magbigay ng additional more information bago natin gawin yung aggressive push natin.
Yeah, and especially Ankara is like one of the main reasons why kung bakit ang taas ng stats dito ni Revenge, kasi every time you see him dito sa Ankara, he does make a performance happen, at least dito sa local scene natin, no? I mean, you're just gonna expect itong si Revenge to try and go for the craziest timings para dito sa Sniper to gain his team the advantage here, kasi he is just that confident as a player, no? Pero yun nga, just like I said, if there's players like itong si Jackban, like itong si X3D, just kind of pressuring itong Pacific Macta constantly pagdating dito sa ating game, it's gonna be really tough para dito kay Revenge para maglaro lang ng Sniper in general, and might have to resort dito sa 5 rifle game para sa side ng Pacific Macta. But really depends, no? Kasi Gaon Gaming, they always start it off good dito sa ating global risk side, which last time hindi natin nakita to from the last tournament, I think, galing sa side ng Gaon. Pero now, parang may new and improved defense sila papasok dito sa series natin.
Baga, good quality of yung kanilang pagbabago, napakaganda, and high risk, high reward rin talaga yung kanilang kailangan ipakita ngayon sa atin. Now, PM and GG ulit ang magtatapata for the series. Map number 2, Ankara. And nagsisimula na ngayon sa ating mga screens. Nakita naman natin, nagkakaroon na ng enough damage in terms of the usage ng kanilang grenade. Pero kailangan pa rin nila makakuha ng mga magandang pick-off onto the side of the Gaon Gaming to bounce back rin para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, and itong Ankara is just all about balance, man. Like, where do you put more of your players? Where do you put more of your defense? Dito sa mapa natin. Pero Revenge already out because of Jeff Rocks. Nako po, yung sniper yun for the rifle.
Ayan na.
So 1-for-1, pero no Revenge already. Pero si YK, sinalba niya yung play. B-site, not wide open just yet, pero
Uy,
start.
Isa na bibigyan ng information, but a push, a big push para dito kay Ellison. Alam niya na pwedeng hindi nga tumingin doon yung kanyang kalaban or yung kanyang katapat. MBA, and now with the side of Jackban and Ellison with a good flick. Napakabilis naman ng adjustment. Ellison is on fire, na kung saan si Revenge na hindi natin gaano nakikita na nagpe-perform ngayon, parang kinuha ngayon ni Ellison yung lakas niya.
Yeah, I think Gaon did a really good job kind of visualizing yung explanation ko kanina. Ellison doesn't really have to directly challenge itong si Revenge. I think the rest of the team can do that for him. And Ellison, nakuha niya na kasi Aldrin. Pero Jeff Rocks, man, usually the sniper is the one that wins out itong underground control natin. Pero it seems like Jeff Rocks for now just eliminating the need para dito sa sniper ng underground. And dahil nga dun, Ellison nakastay lang siya sa base the entire time and made that play happen.
Nagawa niya ng maganda, gagawin niya ulit. Ayun lang naman yung kailangan nilang gawin. Yes! Nakakuha na naman dito si X3D. Isa na naman to sa ating napag-usapan kanina. X3D para siyang utility hero, or yung kanyang mga dito, yung mga binibigay na impact is napakalaki talaga. And looking at it, 5 versus 2 ngayon. Revenge and MBA Sila ngayon yung kailangan magbigay ng slight information, pero X3D ang lakas ng pagkukuha niya in terms of the backstab. Yung pagpa-flank niya ay handang-handa ngayon. Pero syempre, revenge. Tignan natin kung literal na revenge nga ba yung gagawin niya sa 5 members ngayon ng Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, it's gotta be a highlight play galing kay Revenge kasi at this point, I mean, a 1v5, pretty impossible task pero if it's any sniper to do it, it is itong si Revenge, but no momentum to go off of sa last round and or the game before this, so medyo malamig yung sniper natin.
Medyo malamig, pero syempre, tignan pa rin natin paano niya nga ba gagawin. But right now, mukhang hindi yata makukuha nila ito. Gaon Gaming again, good start para sa kanilang team.
Yeah, and Pacific Macta, second time na hindi sila makakuha ng opening kills or opening fights dito sa ating mapa, and Gaon Gaming has been really good at starting the fights. Kahit na nandito sila sa global risk side, sila palagi ang nakakakuha ng early advantage dito and forcing itong Pacific Macta into a turtle-ish style na nakikita natin sa mga teams na cannot get any map control, so mag-aantay na lang sila for yung mga push ng kalaban dito.
Kailangan nilang maghintay, kailangan nilang idahan-dahan yung pagpasok dito sa tunnel, and especially sa mga other pathways dito sa ating mapa. Yes, Pacific Macta, hindi pa rin naman sila nakakuha ng score, pero pag nakuha naman ng Gaon Gaming yung round na ito, panigurado yung momentum and yung mindset nila dito. Kaya pala natin eh, go lang tayo, i-push na natin to, kayang-kaya natin yung kalaban natin. Now Justin, ZYK and MVA trying to push out, pero uy, medyo mali ata yung kanyang idinaan na lugar doon. At kaya ngayon ay kailangan niyang maging play safe muna kasi parang kinain niya yung bomba eh.
Yeah. Justin just gonna have to back it up here. Di pa naman kailangan mag-entry. Meron ng B-house control itong Pacific Macta, but at the cost of some HP dito ni Justin. Pero tingnan mo yung Gaon Gaming, they're already looking for something else in this map habang gumagalaw dito yung PM.
Bilis ata nung adjustment ng Gaon Gaming. Good information yung pwede nila mag-gather na yes, posible silang mag-A site. Pero syempre, may isang player pa rin naman ang kailangan nilang tandaan, yung naglilikod ngayon for the side of Pacific Macta. Magiging mahirap to pag nakita agad nila. Yes, nakuha na nga dito ni Aldrin and the side of Jeff Rax. Nagkakasagutan na muli sila. Pero syempre, Jack Ban and X3D with the kill. ZYK na lang yung natitira. Pero syempre, tignan natin ngayon, sino nga ba ang pinakamalakas sa dalawa na players nating natitira. X3D, pupunta na nga lang ba? O tama nga ba yung timing na magiging maganda yung kanyang pagbasa dito? Uy, nagkakitaan sila. Pero syempre, tignan natin, kanino nga ba yung tatama? Pistol na lang daw. Pero ZYK, 2-1 muli ang ating score.
Grabe, that would have been a good start para sa side ng GG if they could have gotten itong 3-0. I mean, that was a really good initial fight, pero yun lang, X3D, inunahan niya munang i-flank itong B-house, which itong si ZYK has already pushed up all the way dito sa may B-site natin, while this entire Pacific Macta squad was taking itong A-site as a 4-man force. Pero kung na-delay pa ng onti ng Gaon Gaming, yung push na yun, pwede sana maka-flank si X3D to take advantage of that position. Pero, ayun lang, Pacific Macta had the right timing dun sa round na yun, and buti na lang, di na umabot si X3D dun sa flank, man. That would have been a disaster para sa PM.
Big play yun para sa side ng Gaon Gaming. Definitely, alam nila paano basahin yung strategy na pwedeng iba to sa kanila ng Pacific Macta. Pero Pacific Macta, good adjustment, napakaganda yung mga risky play na ginagawa dito. Especially on the side of Justin. Maganda na naman yung kanyang kills, and Aldrin, the good combination play. Pero si Revenge, 1 HP na lang. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, yung pagko-contest sa sniper player, the AWM user na si Revenge. Na ngayon, dalawa na lang yung natitira for the side of Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, it's a tough one, pero Jason, yeah, it's not gonna be a win para sa kanya dito. Revenge is already watching the cross all the way galing dito sa may short area natin. And 2-2 Pacific Macta. Seems like yung kanilang offensa, they have kind of figured out kung ano gusto dito ng gawin ng side ng Gaon Gaming, which is forcing action galing sa side ng PM, and they're gonna try to read yung action right after that. Pero di na gumana that round. I think they're now starting to find itong openings na ginagawa ng Gaon Gaming in these risky plays.
Kailangan na ngayon alamin ng Gaon Gaming ano nga ba yung magiging plan nila, ano nga ba yung plan B in order for them to secure this map. Yes, nakuha nga nila yung map, pero yung score natin ngayon is 2-all ngayon mga kaibigan. Ito na nga ba yung mainit na laban, pwede yung mawallbang, pero syempre MVA, kailangan niya pa rin maging safe. Kailangan niya munang maghintay ng right timing, pero mukhang kinain eh. Sinagot niya yung bomba dito na binato lang din ni Jeff Rax. Good information. Pare, on the side of both teams, good play. 2K para dito kay Jeff Rax. Mainit. Kung mainit, yung nagiging simula talaga para sa side ng Gaon Gaming.
Grabe. Nawala yung smoke.
Uy, ayun pa!
Doon nag-push and
Let's go for the
revenge.
3K. Ace pa nga ba ang kanyang gagawin, pero definitely 4K lang yung possible dito for the side of Jeff Rax. Pero ngayon, maganda yung sagot.
Spotted.
Isa pa nga yung nakuha dito. Jack Ban will fall down. Falling low ngayon yung 3 members. Jeff Rax, Ellison, and Jason. Tignan natin. Double pick nga ba dito sa may gitna? Tignan natin yung timing.
Yeah, he's dead.
Mali ata. At ayun na.
Yun lang. Nothing much you can do kung ikaw si Aldrin doon. Pero Jeff Rox on the good timing. Pacific Macta, I think Jeff Rox was waiting para mawala yung smoke dito sa may entrance side and then eventually try to go for that peak kasi kailangan na ang dami pang angle kailangan isipin dito ang side ng Pacific Macta to try and clear itong A side natin. Plus itong si Jason medyo maingay yung kanyang tapak, so you know, Pacific Macta having to worry about 2 angles at the same time. Pero itong si Jeff Rox with just the right amount of timing dito sa may short side natin, and Gaon, they get the lead once again, and passive na naman tayo dito sa B side. Ellison, just like I said, doesn't have to go underground, doesn't have to go aggressive. Kailangan niya lang maging anchor para sa kanyang team.
Kailangan niya maging anchor. Pero currently kasi, nakikita natin, side of both teams, maganda yung disiplina nila, maganda yung pinapakita nila. Individually, yung skill level nila, talagang nakikita mo yung IQ play na nakita natin on the side of Jeff Rax. Parang nakikita na natin ngayon, yung Gaon Gaming, may potential sila na makakuha ng magandang series win na sweep pa nga yung pwedeng maging resulta up against the side of Pacific Macta. Pero 2-3 score, dikit pa rin naman yung laban. Pero syempre, nakakuha na nga dito si ZYK ng magandang kill up against the side of the 2 members.
Check.
Pero syempre, hindi pa rin yan magiging sapat. Dahil nandyan pa rin naman si ZYK to answer the players coming from the side of Gaon Gaming. X3D, good information, nakuha niya. Pero syempre, magiging delikado yan dahil 3-3 ngayon ang ating score.
Yeah, another matter of bad delay, pero it's a good opening galing dito kay ZYK to instantly take out itong 2F player natin, and only Jackban left to defend itong site natin, and not the best decision para ibaba ang first floor dito galing kay Jeff Rox, who was just trying to get some timing, pero X3D mahuhulog na agad there itong Pacific Macta. Now they're starting to catch itong more aggressive timings ng GG.
Mabilis na naman yung timing, and revenge online na ata, nagpaparamdam na yung kanyang pangalan dito sa ating Kel Feed. 3-3 ngayon yung ating score. Pero syempre, mananalo lahat ng mga duels coming from the side of ZYK. Tradable pa rin naman ang ginawa dito ni Jason. Laban sa 4 na members onto the A site. Alam naman natin, napakaganda ng potential dito from the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero hindi pa rin naman napaplant yung C4. They are still trying to wallbang, trying to get some information. Pero ngayon, tumumba na ngayon si Jason. Pero uy!
Spotted. Ayun lang, Ellison does fall down dito sa 2F. Good awareness galing kay Revenge na aakyat dun yung sniper. And Pacific Macta, there it goes. Nung namatay si ZYK sa mid and they discovered itong si Jason nasa RS na, A site was basically wide open. And Pacific Macta aware ng mga pangalan ng defenders ng ating A site, and once those names are now off their usual position, meron na silang opening para makapasok ang A site, and that's why they've been kind of playing in distraction dito sa kabilang side ng mapa natin para ma-force yung rotation and even fighting heavily para ma-spread out itong Gaon Gaming at yung kanilang depensa. And they just took full advantage. Good fights as well sa start ng ating round. Galing dito kay Revenge who recognized na itong si Jeff Rocks just gonna be not permanently dito sa may underground pero he's gonna try to challenge every time na wala nandun si Revenge.
Pero syempre, Jason, kailangan pa rin nilang abangan. Pero si Justin with a 1 HP, napakaganda na naman ng entry coming from the side of PM and Gaon Gaming. Eto na nga ba yung kanilang disadvantage dahil yung momentum lumipat na dito sa kupunan ng Pacific Macta. They will go for the retake. Sex 3D, hindi ata tatama yung kanyang mga bala. Ellison, papasok muli, pero tingnan natin, hindi ata.
Hindi na kaya. Yep. And 5-3. Pacific Macta, 2-point lead in this first half. Kanilang BL side, medyo nakikita nila kung ano yung ginagawa dito ng Gaon, which is just reacting to basically anything na tinatapon dito ng Pacific Macta. And yun nga, no, they're just trying to outpower via numbers yung ginagawa nila usually dito. Pero spreading them out just like this could be the solution. Pero yun lang, Ellison spotting si Revenge, seeing the nameplate through the smoke, and eventually gets the kill.
Ito na naman, Jeff Rocks. Mainit na naman, pero syempre, ready na si Justin. Huwag mo nang ulitin yan, Jeff Rocks. Ayun lamang yung mensahe dito na ipinahatid sa atin ni Justin. MBA, Jason, this is gonna be a good fight para dito sa kanilang pagpupush sa may A site. Pero ngayon, tinatry pa rin naman nilang magkaroon ng lineup para ma-damage yung mga ibang players na syempre nagbabantay sa mga common spot or dun sa pinaka magandang spot dito sa ating laban. Ellison, shutting down 1. Pero alam na ngayon nila na si Ellison yung nagbabantay. Pero uy, napakalapit ata nun.
Low si Ellison.
Tignan natin. Uy, parang may malapit sa kanya pero X3D ata yun. Pero uy, napakabilis lang din nun. Inikutan lamang sila at ayun, yung naging sagot, diversion play pala yung gagawin dito ng Pacific Macta.
Yep. PM diverting the attention galing sa mga ibang angles dito and nakapasok itong si Aldrin for free sa may site while they're trying to defend itong buhay ni Ellison. Pero si YK getting itong si Jason. Jackban na lang. Definitely doable pero medyo mahirap. 15 seconds to execute this entire play.
Ayun lang. Hindi niya na kinaya pa yung timing na yon. Again, 6-3 score for the side. Good half para ngayon sa Pacific Macta. Kala natin Gaon Gaming mapapagpatuloy na nila yung gatong play. Pero tignan natin, dahil sila ngayon yung magiging attacking side, sila ang aatake sa kupunan ng Pacific Macta. Tignan natin kung paano nila babasagan yung depensa nila.
Yeah, I mean BL is gonna be a really big part para sa side ng Gaon Gaming kasi ito yung mas favorite yata nila na side kumpara dito sa depensa. Pero let's see how they take advantage of it. Ito pa naman yung strength nila pero Pacific Macta has a really good damn defense as well sa mapa na to. One of the best, if not the best dito sa entire league. Pero Gaon Gaming have a hell of a offense as well, especially galing dito kay X3D at kay Jackban. Pero paano ba nila sisimulan to?
Tingnan natin kung paano nga ba nila simulan yung story natin on to the second half. MVA ngayon falling low and now side of PM. Hindi kanya na nga mabigay yung information dito ni Jeff Rocks pero panigurado, relate na rin nila, alam na rin nila at ready sila. Yes, ayun ang napakita sa atin ni Jack Pan. Getting that kill coming from the side of NBA, shutting down 1 at panigurado itong si Justin. Gugusto pa rin naman pero nakakuha siya ng slight angle na parang nakakita siya ng isang kalaban doon. At ayun, alaman na pero walang tumama, mga bullets coming from the side of both players.
Yeah, pero inaantayin lang to ng Gaon. They're very aware. Pero yun lang. Was someone watching it?
Pero uy, jump shot. Talagang mapapa-play ka ata dun. Pero syempre, ZYK going back dito sa ating laban. Trying to get some kills. Pero dun naman sa may gilid, andun si Revenge. Enough nga ba yung time to rotate? But I think kailangan na lang i-commit. Sabi dito ni Ellison and X3D ngayon, hindi na kinaya. Hindi na rin nagiging sapat pa. 2 versus 1 situation. PM ngayon ang nagkakaroon ng magandang advantage.
Yun lang, nag-unscope kasi si Edison dito. And I think he was trying to go for the no-scope. Pero yun nga, that doesn't hit every time, buddy. Kailangan talagang tutok na tutok ka with that sniper this entire time. And it seems like, wala eh, not at that moment. Para dito kay Ellison, pero Pacific Macta, lapse of judgment galing sa side ng GG. Hindi nila makuha yung 2F agad dito sa A site. And Pacific Macta gonna try to take advantage dito sa second half natin. Gaon Gaming taking this one real slow dito sa game natin. Waiting for a Pacific Macta play to happen kasi, I mean, merong dead tendency yung Pacific Macta once they, oh, never mind. We're just gonna get a quick reset pala. I mean, itong Pacific Macta, no, I mean, getting that round dito sa second half, confirming yung kanilang confidence dito sa kanilang depensa dito.
Kumbaga, nakita natin on the first half, yes, Gaon Gaming, nadala nila yung kanilang momentum nung map 1 onto compound. Ankara naman, yes, nagkaroon sila ng slight change lang in terms of their gameplay. Hindi rin naman nila ma-push out yung koponan dito onto the side of Pacific Macta. So, Pacific Macta, ang ginawa lang nila, alamin natin yung ginagawa lagi, knowing the side of Jeprox na gusto niyang pumunta lagi dun sa may connector side, dun sa may mid part ng ating mapa. So, kailangan lang rin alamin ng mga players coming from the side of Pacific Macta. Paano nga ba yung mga playstyle na inuulit lamang on the side of Gaon Gaming na hindi na nagiging sapat to? So, definitely maganda yung pagre-read on the side of PM.
Yeah, and I think especially para dito sa side ng PM, no, I mean, MVA being willing na i-sacrifice yung kanyang buhay dito just for the sake of that opening, and of course Justin taking full advantage of that timing despite yung mistake galing sa side ng Gaon dito, which is not watching itong vents natin and allowing an angle para dito kay Justin to get that kill and just to get back into yung side, kind of messing with yung play dito ng Gaon. After that initial play, so wala silang choice kundi pumasok doon or else get timing doon galing dito sa likod. So kind of forcing the hand ng Gaon Gaming dito is kind of the play para sa side ng Pacific Macta, where they just force them in a very uncomfortable play siguro dito sa mapa natin, and they have no choice but to go for it. So it could either go really good parang dito sa Pacific Macta, or yung mga plays dito ng Gaon is gonna start to work, or you know, they're gonna throw a wrench siguro itong Gaon and try and see if they can do it faster dito sa mapa natin, especially ngayon na nasa BL side na sila.
Kailangan nilang gawin yung mga assignments nila on the side of Gaon Gaming kung gusto nilang mapanalo to, or eto nga ba yung magiging storya ng ating magiging laban dito sa may Group A na yes, Gaon Gaming, nagpapakilala na muli sila on the side of Pacific Macta na makakuha ng magandang win. And I think yung objective talaga nila dito, yes, let's go for the 2-0 sweep. Pero ngayon, na nakukuha ngayon ng Pacific Macta yung momentum nila, parang nagkaroon ng transition na, okay, wait, parang mali na ata yung ginagawa natin on the side of Gaon Gaming. Reset tayo, kailangan nating makabawi, pero nagpo-pull off na dito ng magagandang kills coming from the side of Revenge. MBA, Justin, definitely napakaganda niyang kanyang pinapakita ngayon on the first half, and going into the second half, nakuha nga sila ng isang round, pero again, mahaba pa naman yung ating pwedeng makitang laban on this Ankara map.
Yeah, and pag umabot nga tayo sa map number 3, at least it's gonna be an interesting eagle eye, no? Kasi both teams, I don't think I've seen them play yung mapa na to at all. So it's gonna be a new experience para sa mga teams. I think Gaon, na kagaya na sinabi ko, has been playing itong eagle eye here and there, and especially with how important the aggressive players are para dito sa mapa na to, especially I think itong si Jackpan and itong tropa natin na si Jeprox are gonna be right at home in this exact map number 3. Kaya Pacific Macta, you have to close it out and be prepared for this eagle eye right after. Oh, pero yun lang, yung sinasabi ko, the pace is suddenly faster.
Definitely a good play coming from the side of Jackpan. Siya ang gumawa ng magandang play going into the round number 11. Ito na nga ba yung magiging sagot ay good reset na aking sinasabi kanina? Nakinig nga ba ang side ng Gaon Gaming into this second half? 7-3 score. Yes, nakakuha na nga ng round dito ang side ng Pacific Macta on to the second half. Pero ngayon, kailangan lang muna maghintay, kailangan lang muna pahabahin ng pasensya para dito sa magiging depensa on the side of PM. Pero ZYK, mukhang nililikuran nata nila yung ibang players dito. Knowing X3D, posibleng siya ang mapitas dito sa gantong angle.
Yeah, it's honestly a good play to go for, especially pag kulang na kayo ng isang player dito. Just pour on in lahat ng members on the other side and just risk itong sniper dito sa may plateau side natin ng ating A. And ayun lang. I mean, that's the only defense you can go for here realistically. Pero maganda to para sa side ng PM. That means they can place so many more players dito sa B side and they can actually baby stop this push.
Oh, definitely. Pero yung mga flashes ngayon, binabato na sa isa't isa. Isa nga yung matatamaan dito. Jason, X3D, Jackban, tumumba na and Ellison na audition play para dito sa Gaon Gaming. Kala natin, nakuha na nga nila yung momentum. Pero ngayon, MVA and ZYK, enough is enough. Kailangan niya pa rin kunin yung C4 na wala sa kanyang information ngayon. Mission success para dito sa Pacific Macta.
Yeah, that's the added benefit no ng play to ni ZYK. No? Confirm na wala nang papasok sa A site or at least from his direction. And ngayon, pwede na lang i-full stack. One person sa mid, two people dito sa B site. And even with the setups on the flashes, daming options pwede gawin yung Pacific Macta dun because of that one aggressive play. Just to avoid itong flank player natin. And Gaon Gaming seems like they just got outnumbered or outgunned dito sa B-site natin while the utilities are flying in.
Nakikita na ngayon natin 8-3 score right now. Slowly but surely pushing into the mid side. Maliit na space lang naman yung kailangan nila. Pero wow, what a play yon para kay Justin. Ibang klase yung kanyang ipinakita sa atin. Sabi ko nga, kanina pa to nagpapakilala. Ngayon, online na siya dito sa ating map 2.
I mean, there's not much analysis you can do there, man. Naubos lang talaga yung Gaon Gaming in the mid side. Gunned down by a single ban na si Justin. And that's the ceiling na pwedeng tamaan ni Justin from time to time. Pero could be the first nail in the coffin para dito sa Ankara ng Gaon Gaming. It's not looking good para sa kanila.
Oh, muntikan na yun. Medyo nag-fade out pa yung smoke. But currently, ZYK with the AWM on his hand. Makikita nga natin dito na maganda yung depensa na pinakita sa atin ni Justin. Alam niya na yung strategy. Siya yung nagbibigay ngayon ng lakas sa kanyang team. But right now, Jason, ako naman ang kukuha ng magandang casualty para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta. Ngayon, Pacific Macta, the adjustment will go on to the A site dahil alam nila na panigurado maraming mga players dito ang Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, tas nasa 2F pa dito yung isang player. So, it's gonna be additional firepower pa rin lang. ZYK is gone.
ZYK, Jeff Rocks, mukhang tumumba na nga sila. MVA also. Revenge and Aldrin. Tignan natin. Magkikisapat nga yung kanyang sniping shot. Sapat na sapat yan. Jack Pan and Ellison. 2 versus 2.
Oh, Ellison spotted.
Nakita na nga niya, pero tignan natin. Tatakbo na lang yan yung timing. Magkakasalpukan sila dito, magkakaalaman. Sino nga ba ang unang tatama na bala? Double pick with a swing. A total kill para dito sa side ng Gaon Gaming. And now PM, Aldrin, Revenge. Ano nga ba yung magiging sagot? Jack Ban. Ito na nga ba yung right timing? Ito na nga ba yung pinakasapat na timing para sa kanya? At nakuha nga pa ng clutch win onto this round. Gaon Gaming going strong pa rin na gustong humabol and trying to push this into overtime.
Grabe, big clutch galing dito kay Jackpan to save this game. Galing doon sa 2v1. It was a good play galing sa side ng Pacific Macta. But then, yung kanilang A defense kind of fell apart in the process habang may good play sila nangyayari sa kabilang side ng mapa natin. I think the 2F player might have rotated a bit too quick kaya walang additional na tulong, walang additional na help na pwedeng magawa dito ng PM. But I think they did what they can dun sa round na yun. Unfortunate lang na hindi tumama yung shot dito kay Jackpan.
Ang daming mga factors dun na pwedeng pumabor sa side ng Pacific Macta, pero ibang klase rin naman yung playstyle na pinakita sa atin ng Gaon Gaming. Yes, Gaon Gaming, nagkakaroon ngayon sila ng problema. Paano tayo babawi? Kasi hindi na nag-workout yung mga strategy na nagawa natin ng compound. Kasi definitely iba yung structure ng mapa, iba rin yung magiging galaw. Pero syempre, same mindset pa rin naman dito si Jason. Kukuha ako ng kill, gawa rin tayo ng iba pang play. Ang daming options ngayon na pwedeng buksan ng Gaon Gaming Squad na ating pwedeng makita rin ng Pacific Macta. Kasi ZYK, etong box na to, medyo hindi gaano kiniklear out yung mid-site.
Yeah, pero ang ganda ng spot dito ni Revenge. He's pushed up all the way dito sa may B-house. And if he can spot one guy sa window, he can get a free kill. And that exactly what happens. Pwede na siya mag-back off. They can just run all the way sa B-site. And reset na lang. Naku po si Jeff Rocks. How did he get that kill?
Eto na. Nagpapakailangan na muli ang kupanan ng Gaon Gaming. Yes, nakakuha nga dito ng back-to-back kills coming from the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero Pacific Macta, isang round na lang naman yung kailangan nilang i-secure in order for them to push this para sa ating map number 3. Crucial na naman to para naman sa side ng Gaon Gaming kasi mas gusto nilang kunin yung mga ganong pick-off katulad niyan. Revenge, getting that kill. Justin, Revenge na lang natitira. Jack Ban, uulitin niya nga ba ulit yung clutch na kailangan niyang gawin? 15 seconds left. Enough nga ba yung time? Hindi ata sapat yung oras dahil pwede siyang likuran. Pero tignan natin, sapat nga ba? 6 seconds, 5 seconds to plant the C4. Dun sa may likod, hindi niya ata nakita. Pero tignan natin, definitely Pacific Macta with this round. And nakuha nga nila itong map, which is the Ankara.
Yeah, I mean, what a map number 2. Galing sa side ng Pacific Macta, no? I mean, meron pang onting momentum galing sa first map itong Gaon Gaming at the start of that game. Pero once Pacific Macta kind of figured out kung ano yung ginagawa dito ng ating Gaon Gaming squad, they just countered it every single time. And hindi man lang nakasagot dito yung ating Gaon Gaming squad. I mean, even pag tatlo na lang natitira galing sa side ng Pacific Macta, it's still a threat. An entirely different team going into yung map number 2 natin. And I like yung willingness ng Pacific Macta para i-risk yung mga ibang angles dito. Kagaya ng pinoint out ko kanina with ZYK having that sniper pushed up all the way dito sa may platform and just scoped in that entire time na allow itong Pacific Macta to play more numbers on their sides. Parang natatrust nila yung mga players na kaya nilang i-defend itong entire side ng ating mapa on their own. And that allows itong Pacific Macta to kind of strengthen yung kanilang depensa dito sa kabilang side ng map. And yun na ngayon nangyari. Gaon Gaming. It seems like they just kind of lost yung coin flip dito sa ating Ankara, men.
Kumbaga, the side of Pacific Macta, ngayon nakuha nila yung map win. So again, nakita naman natin yung naging transition towards this game. Ibang momentum ang nakita natin. Mukhang delikado ngayon ang Gaon Gaming. Na-force out na into the map number 3. Parang ito yung do or die stage on the side of Pacific Macta also. Definitely, ayaw nilang magpatalo. Ayaw rin nilang makakuha ng unang talo on to this series. Yes, nakakuha na sila ng talo sa mga maps. Pero panigurado, mas maganda pa rin yung factor pag kayo nakakuha ng series point. Pero again, Gaon Gaming, mas magiging gutom sila ngayon na natalo sila on the map number 2. Pero looking at the highlights, ibang klase dito yung mga playstyle na napakita sa atin lahat on the side of Pacific Macta and Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, it was so unfortunate para dito sa side ng Gaon that they couldn't actually finish this one off. Pero feeling ko this entire lead started para sa side ng Pacific Macta at around 2-3 when itong si ZYK, he's now starting to heat up para sa kanyang team. Got the instant entry, and itong Gaon Gaming, they were kind of shook after yung round na yun as Pacific Macta is now kind of finding yung kanilang timings, finding yung kanilang rhythm dito sa ating pagdepensa. And even on the offense, no? I mean, that first round, yung first round talaga yung nagsiset ng pace eh. I mean, even in any crossfire game, if you win yung first round, pagdating dito sa second half, that's a guaranteed boost no matter kung ano yung score nyo dito. So, etong Gaon Gaming not getting that specific round, hihirapan at may hihirapan talaga kayong makakuha ng panalo going into Ankara especially.
Yeah, definitely. 10-4 score. Napakahaba no naging play coming from the side of the Pacific Macta. 7 rounds, consecutive wins. Napaka-big impact yon na kung saan hindi na rin nakahabol pa ang side ng Gaon Gaming. And Gaon Gaming, yes, nakuha nga nila talaga yung mga rounds na kailangan nila nung first 2 rounds. Pero mahirap talaga pag sila yung nag-ahabol ngayon. Mas gugustuhin na nila yung Pacific Macta yung nag-ahabol sa kanila sa mga rounds. Kasi yung Pacific Macta parang hindi sila nakakahabol nung nasa compound. Parang na-force out lang na 5 round yung kanilang napanalo. Pero ngayon, na nakuha ngayon ng Pacific Macta, ibang story ngayon yung pwedeng maging turnaround na itong magiging map number 3 natin. Na again, map number 3, nasabi mo kanina, parang hindi pa natin gaano nakikita yung mga teams natin na naglaro dito sa mapa na yon. And definitely, tignan natin kung ano nga ba yung pwede na lang ibigay sa atin, or kumbaga, ito ata yung secret weapon kumbaga nila.
Yeah, Eagle Eye, of course, man. We haven't seen too much of it in this specific tournament, though, which is, I mean, PH in general doesn't really play itong Eagle Eye with the exception of one team. I think that was actually Execration playing or trying itong mapa natin in their own picks. Didn't work out para sa kanila. Unfortunately, they just got outgunned with the entries dito sa kabilang side, but it at least served as an interesting series, no, para sa mga stronger teams natin dito. And now, another opportunity, pero ngayon, something different on the line. Hindi lang map score yung pwede makuha nila. This could tie up itong entire group natin, and especially para dito sa Gaon, who's now, I think confident enough na silang to try and go for this first place dito sa group stage. And I think kung makuha nila yung Eagle Eye, which, just like I said, mas star player dito yung mga entry and mga aggressive players more than anything, I think they're gonna benefit really well dito sa map number 3.
Definitely, kaya makikita natin yan. Pero bago ang lahat, magbabalik muli kami for a short break.
hello, and welcome back dito sa CFSPH Fall Masters Season, Fall Season rather. Group stage pa rin tayo, day number 3, series number 1, map number 3. Eagle Eye is gonna be map number 3 between itong Gaon Gaming at ang ating Pacific Macta squad. Macta, of course, getting back into yung series natin in very emphatic fashion with that type of score.
Definitely, ibang klase talaga yung kanilang ipinakita. Pero again, knowing na Eagle Eye nga yung ating magiging laban, makikita natin dito yung transitions nila on how will they play dito sa map na to. Ano nga ba yung kailangan nilang tandaan? Ano nga ba yung kailangan nilang alamin towards this aggressive push na pwedeng gawin ng Gaon Gaming kontra sa side ng Pacific Macta? And Pacific Macta, ready nga ba sila dito sa ating magiging laban?
Yeah. And of course, Gaon Gaming, no, they're gonna be the ones starting dito sa blacklist side natin, and that means they're gonna be the ones having their first go at it pagdating dito sa offense na mapa na to, which we did see last time. A good offense can really destroy any good defense dito sa Eagle Eye, especially with how the sides of the map work, no. Despite shorter rotations para dito sa ating global risk side, it's still pretty tough to defend considering kung gaano kaliit yung mapa na to, and how fast you have to react pagdating sa tinatapon ng ating PL side. So it's gonna be a challenge para sa side ng Pacific Macta, especially para kay Revenge, who's gonna be on sniper duty. It seems like if they can just outpower itong GG squad natin. Pero the thing is with Eagle ay kasi pag alam mo talaga yung mapa na to, you can really upset the team on it.
Pero syempre, tingnan natin kung paano nga ba mag-workout dito yung dalawang teams natin. Paano nga ba nila dadalin yung kanilang mga pangalan towards this series win. Syempre, Gaon Gaming, mas gusto nila makakuha ng kill. Pero si Revenge, mainit na simula ito for that kill na kanya-kanyang makuha. Pero Jeff Rax and the side of Ellison, nagkasagutan na sila, nagka-pick offan na nga. Pero X3D will go down. 4 versus 3, magandang depensa ngayon ang pinapakita sa atin ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, I mean, in the grander scale of things, no, Eagle Eye is just smaller Ankara in a few, in a few ways, with the exception of mid tower, which is the big sniper tower na nasa gitna ng mapa natin. Other than that, it kind of plays the same, honestly, with yung ibang angles natin connecting. And Pacific Macta, I mean, if they can get a good defense like last time, pwede pa naman to.
Uy, timing.
Oh my God!
Papaburata sa kanila. Pero syempre, Ellison with a good play. Ito na naman yung nating nakikita para dito sa side ni Aldrin. Jason falling low. The double J connection. Jack Ban and Jason. May kita natin ngayon. Ano nga ba ang kailangan nilang gawin? Pero syempre, ang kukunin na lamang nila si Aldrin. Pero nag-reload! No! Harap-harapan na nag-reload pero hindi niya nakita.
In-expect yata ni Aldrin na magpupush dito sa RS. He thought he was gonna circle back dito sa may mid-side and try and see if he can get a flank dito sa dalawang players natin. Pero Pacific Macta thinking wrong dun sa situation na yun, and GG. First point dito sa mapa natin on that PL side. That's gonna be huge para sa kanila dito, especially with how the round started.
Para nakikita lagi natin onto the first map and going into the map number 3. Laging nakukuha dito ng Gaon Gaming yung first round. Good start lagi yung kanilang ipinapakita. And good thing yon para isa-isang team, para at least makita nyo or natatansya nyo na yung momentum napupunta sa inyong mga side. Pero syempre, Jeff Rax with a good swing. Getting that kill para dito kay Justin. Parang di na naman natin nakikita etong si Justin. I think parang mamaya pa to magpe-pay off para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Pero slow play. Justin already gone. That's pretty bad news para sa side ng Macta kasi hindi na nila malaro ng aggressive itong buong section ng mapa natin near the A site. And hindi na nila alam kung papasok dito yung GG or not. They're still deciding whether or not to go to. Pero yung kailangan maging worried pa rin yung Macta dito sa kabilang side ng mapa. Pero good angle. Yun lang.
Parang napakahirap ngayon na kailangan tandaan dito ni NBA. Saan nga ba ako titingin ng angle? Saan nga ba yung babantayan ko? Definitely Aldrin rin naman. Once na may mag-cross sa kanyang crosser dun, pwede siyang makakuha ng pick-off agad on to the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero Gaon Gaming, tignan natin kung paano nila i-commit yung side na kailangan nilang pasukin. Pero ngayon, a 4 versus 4, but definitely medyo polado at alanganin yung mga buhay ng Pacific Macta. Gaon Gaming, paano nga ba nila ipi-play out to? Go for the tower. Hayaan natin
what a
muna.
flash.
Hayaan muna natin yan mga pagpupush.
What?
Project ban. And the rest of the squad ngayon ng PM. Makuha nga nila yung site. Pero dun sa may gilid, mukhang hindi ata nila chinecheck yung other side. Ngayon na si Jack Ban. 2 versus 1 situation. Kukuha nga ng M4 pero dun sa may taas, hindi niya makukuha yung kill. Pistol lang naman yung magiging sagot para dun sa win na yan.
Yeah, sayang yun para sa side ng Gaon. Kung inakyat nila dun si Revenge, I think that would have been game over.
Oo.
Para sa side ng Pacific Macta, since wala na silang masyadong nagde-defend dito sa side mismo. Yeah, just misdirection or maybe indecision siguro galing sa side ng Gaon kung anong parte ng side gusto nila kunin dito. But you have to check it all, man. Kasi, I mean, si Revenge, he takes yung mga angles usually snipers don't usually take. And that's exactly what happened. They were trying to kill itong si Revenge the entire time. Tapos si ZYK pumasok for that capitalization ng attention na nawawala galing sa kanya, men.
Napakaganda yung nung naging adjustment ng Pacific Macta. Okay, nasa akin lahat. Ayaan nyo na iba yung teammates natin na kumuha ng kill. Ayun lamang yung naging sagot nila on the side of Gaon Gaming. 1-1 score, slow pace ngayon ang gagawin lang Gaon Gaming. Parang ayaw na nila magmadali pa. Kasi parang pag nagmamadali sila, mas napapabilis din yung pagkuha sa kanila ng mga members dito ng Pacific Macta. Pero Justin, good angle ngayon. On to that angle, yung poste na hindi magiging sapat para mailagan yung mga bala. Ellison, and now 4-man still standing para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta. Gaon Gaming, mukhang mahihirapan muli sila onto this round.
Yeah, that's what happens pag hindi mo talaga kinuha na mabilisan itong B-House and Aldrin taking advantage as well. Alam ng Pacific Macta, they have so much control sa mapa natin and GG does not have any members to work with. And ngayon, they can just push on forward.
And yeah, there we go. Aldrin na lang and 3K para dito kay Aldrin. Napakaganda ng pagkocontrol dito sa may mid side. So again, Pacific Macta, round win yon para sa kanila. And Gaon Gaming, parang nagkakaroon ngayon sila ng shortage in terms of the execution.
Yeah, despite a lot of parts of this map catering to the sniper, yung rifles talaga nakapanalo. Pero speaking of the sniper, Revenge, you can't just peek him raw dito sa A-long. Not like that, man. Especially after yung play kanina na napakadami niyang kill nakuha. I think he's got his mojo back.
Ibang klase na eh. Ito na yung tunay na Revenge na ating kilala. And now, Gaon Gaming, hindi ata nila nakilala o hindi nagpakilala nung mga unang laban nila on the map 1. Pero syempre, ZYK, Jackpan also falling low ngayon. Pero makakuha na headshot. Good information pa rin. Spraying doon sa magandang smoke. Bonus kill yon para sa kanila. Pero tutumba pa rin naman siya. X3D. Ano ang gagawin mo? 4 pa rin naman yung natitira. Yung bomba nandun pa rin naman sa kanilang side. Pero si Revenge, napakaganda ng angle na kanyang inaabangan. Kailangan nilang dahan-dahaning pasukin. Pero X3D, unfortunately, hindi niya makukuha yun.
Yeah, GG, slowing down was not the solution there para sa kanila dito. I think that just allowed itong Pacific Macta to just spread out yung kanilang depensa dito habang unti na lang yung members ng side ng Gaon. And that they do. Pag hindi nila in-aggressive take itong B-House natin and then eventually go for something else, then itong Pacific Macta, they have so many free lanes para i-check kung saan papunta itong Gaon Gaming side natin. And Revenge with a play like that, nako, titigil talaga kahit anong opensa doon.
Napakadaming factors na kailangan nilang i-consider. Kahit pa paano, ZYK, maganda yung gagawin niyang depensa dito pero wala siyang nakuwang kill. Pero syempre, low HP lamang yung mga natitirang buhay coming from the side of Gaon Gaming. Pacific Macta ngayon, MVA and Revenge. Napaka-crucial ngayon to. Pag nakuha ng Gaon Gaming, panigurado, back and forth gameplay ulit. Isa lang yung nagiging kalamangan ng bawat team. Pero again, Pacific Macta pa rin yung nagdidikta sa atin ng magandang threat onto this one. Ellison with that kill. Pupunta ngayon siya dito sa may itaas with a good flick na magko-connect. Pero ngayon, muntikan pa. Nagkaroon ng play and damage. Pero again, di niya magiging round to for the side of Revenge.
At least sinasabi ko man, like, Gaon doesn't have to slow down just because di gumana yung play nila. I think if they just keep on rolling forward and just make it uncomfortable para kay Revenge, para maglaro sa mapa natin. And even then, kahit wala si Revenge doon, just having one person dito sa 2F, which is usually yung default dito sa A site, just kind of be surprised in terms of yung sheer number ng push ng Gaon Gaming dito. I think that can catch any defense off guard yung ginagawa nila doon. Pero now they're gonna slow down again kasi hindi nila alam kung ano yung depensa this time kasi wala silang early information dito kay Revenge at all. Now itong Pacific Macta is just gonna play yung kanilang mga ankles dito.
Medyo alanganin rin kahit pa paano, pero nakita na rin natin to on the other teams na napaka-effective ng mga pag-hold ng gantong angle. Yung patient nila is nagiging tama rin yung timing, nagiging tama rin yung decision making. Ayun lang rin naman yung kailangan gawin dito from the side of both teams. Pero syempre, Gaon Gaming, kailangan ngayon nilang i-secure itong panalo o yung mga rounds na kanilang mapapagdaanan dahil yung Pacific Macta nandyan lang na naghahabang sa kanilang mga side. And now, ZYK with a good kill, creating a play para dito. 360 play pa nga yung gagawin niya for the highlights daw. Para sa highlight reel niya, ayun lamang yung gagawin nila. May magandang style na gagawin kill. Pero Jeff Rocks, ayun na nga yun. Wala na.
Yeah, wala ka na magagawa doon at that point, getting naded everywhere. And di nila nakuha yung tamang entry kills dito sa A site. That means Pacific Macta, they can just roll them over with sheer numbers there. But this ZYK tumapang na rin, just jumping on out, knowing that his teammates got the rest of the defense down. Just dealing additional damage dito sa opensa ng GG. And Pacific Macta nakados na sila in terms of the lead, which is pretty big dito sa Eagle Eye considering gaano ka blacklist-sided yung mapa na to from time to time can be. Pero wala eh. PM, kakaiba talaga yung depensa nila dito. But at the same time, Gaon, less willing na sila kumuha ng mga mas risky na angle dun ever since yung mga round na nangyari kanina.
Ayaw na nilang kunin yung ayaw na nilang kunin yung mga aggressive push kasi doon talaga sila nadali. Alam ng side ng PM na okay, ready rin kami dyan. Alam namin yung mga backup, ready for the trade. Pero syempre, once na magkaroon ng enough slight vision dito si Revenge up against the members, pero nag-zoom in yung scope pero wala na, nakakross na lahat at isa ngayon ang mapipitas from the side of Pacific Macta.
Yeah, hindi siya pwede bomba unless he does want to get killed here, pero perfect position galing dito kay Revenge to make something happen, pero as soon as he gets caught, the sniper is gone.
Usong pa, hindi ito mama, pero yun na nga for that cleanup. Getting that kill, napakagandang cleanup yun for the side of Revenge. And now Jason and the side of Ellison. Tignan natin, the Son Duo. Tignan natin ngayon, kasama rin naman nila si X3D. 3 versus 3 ngayon. Pacific Macta, advantage pa rin dito dahil kailangan lang nilang hintayin yung mga tao na dumaan sa kanila.
Yeah, X3D needing to have an opening here, but a big miss galing kay ZYK. That's gonna open up itong A site. And NBA can do something.
Oh, Jason. NBA. Naku po. Fortunate kills. Mukhang hindi yata niya makukuha pero hindi niya natuluyan dun sa X3D. And now, Gaon Gaming. Mukhang dikit ulit ang laban natin. 3-4. Dalawang rounds pa bago tayo pumunta sa second half.
Yeah, if that was any other member dito ng Gaon, that would have been a kill. At least para dito kay NBA. But it was the full HP player, unfortunately, yung nakita niya rito. And now Gaon with the exact same pace. And yung sinasabi ko, they should just speed up every time na gumawa sila ng play. Still was si ZYK. He gets caught.
Lang naman daw si ZYK, pero bakit hindi nyo pinapaline up? Gaon Gaming ngayon, mukhang nagkakaroon ng problema because of the kill coming from the side of Justin and Aldrin. The combination play na kailangan nilang tandaan ngayon. Back and forth gameplay and around para dito sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, I know most people would look at that is that masyado sila mabilis naglaro, but at the same time, no one wrapped around dito sa may B house to check kung nandun si Justin or hindi. They just straight up went dito sa may lane and just kept on running. not checking any of these angles. Alam naman ng Gaon Gaming that Pacific Macta, especially itong si Justin, likes to go for those types of plays, pero wala man parang nag-slip sa utak nila na yun yung possibility na mangyayari dito.
Yun talaga yung makikita natin mga options na hindi gaano nagiging effective para dito sa side ng Gaon Gaming. And Gaon Gaming, kailangan nila mapadikit yung score ngayon kasi yes, pag umabot ng second half to, 6-3 score, masyadong mahaba yung kailangan nilang abulin. Pero once na makakuha sila ng 5-4, definitely onto that rotation yung second half natin, may pag-asa pa silang mas mapapadali yung kanilang pag-bounce back up against the side of Pacific Macta.
Another slow mid push. Galing sa side ng Gaon dito. So it either work really good or really bad para sa kanila.
Oh no, Jason. Maganda yung pag-push nila pero mag-audition lang rin naman kay Justin and the rest of the squad of Pacific Macta. Ellison, wala sa kanya yung C4. Napakahirap to dahil kailangan niyang sugurin yung mga members ng Pacific Macta. Dahan-dahanan niya lang, dadaanan niya lang rin talaga yung bomba at kukunin niya lamang dun sa may likod. And Ellison, napakahirap rin ng ganong round para sa kanya.
Yes, the side switch does go through. Pacific Macta with a pretty big lead papunta dito sa second half natin, and maybe they can take advantage of itong Eagle Eye natin with their defense instead. Pero Gaon Gaming, now they're the ones down in terms of yung momentum dito. Di naman sila kailangan mag-fast play rito, but this round has to be a full wipe just to bring back yung kanilang confidence. Pero yeah, Pacific Macta, they're gonna take it slow and they're doing it right, no? Insta take dito sa may B house, insta take dito sa may lane. Ang problema naman dito ng Gaon, wala silang nilagay na tao doon whatsoever to challenge.
Para mahirapan ngayon yung side ng Gaon. Okay, dito sila, panigurado, pwede nating bantayin palalo. Pero yun yung gusto natin on the side of Revenge. Nagpapakilala naman para i-pick off. And the rest on the side of MBA, talagang wallbang kung wallbang. Barilin na lang natin yan lahat. At mukhang pupulbusin lang rin naman ng Gaon Gaming with the 3 take na pwede nilang makita sa atin. 1 HP yung dalawang kupunan, pero mas mauuna etong si Jack Ban with that M4.
Yeah, hindi sure kung si Revenge doon kung nagde-defuse na ba siya or hindi kasi napakalayo ng kanyang posisyon galing dito sa bomba. At Gaon Gaming now take advantage. Pacific Macta with a bit of overconfidence galing sa kanila dito. And unfortunately, they do pay the price. Sayang yun. They already got what they wanted in terms of yung map control, pero yung retake galing dito kay Jackban, getting so much value sa kanyang buhay dito.
Big effort coming from the side of Gaon Gaming. Napakalaki at napakataas ngayon na kailangan nilang paglabanan para dito sa ating map number 3. Looking at it, Pacific Macta, nagkakaroon sila ng problema na hindi sila makakuha ng magandang commitment play na ngayon. Justin trying to get to one casualty lang naman, pero uy, mukhang nabait pa ata dahil nandun rin naman si Revenge to get back at makakuha ng mga kills na dapat makuha talaga nila on the side of Gaon Gaming.
And speaking of overconfidence, pero we're gonna pause on that. Jackban Jason getting 2 on the board and suddenly it's a 1v2. Doable pa naman to para kay Jason. C4 is down on the site. And he can just dance dito sa may cart natin. 1v1.
Uy!
And there it is.
Ay. Grabe yun. Yung yung pag-strafe dito coming from the side of Jason. Yung pag-jiggle niya talagang hindi man lang matamaan ng spray na ginagawa dito ng mga members coming from the side of Pacific Macta. 6-5 score. Parang nakikita natin nagkakaroon ngayon ng disadvantage ng Pacific Macta sa pagdidepensa.
And doon naman nagbe-benefit yung Gaon Gaming squad natin doon sa mga reactive na depensa na nakikita natin. If they're positioned correctly, exactly like that, they can catch itong Pacific Macta in a situation where nagpo-push na sila papuntang site but they're not aware kung nasan yung mga nagde-defend dito. And instead, pagpasok na lang ng site, they put themselves in a really bad spot. And Ellison now getting itong first pick against kay Revenge. Revenge has been peaking that and winning every time, pero that could be a bad start para sa side ng PM.
Napakahirap nito. Once na na-pick off yung sniper nyo, magkakaroon ngayon ng slight adjustment And yung adjustment na yun ay pwedeng maging 50-50 play pa. And now, Justin, ZYK, trying to get again some information para mag-pick dito kay Aldrin. Pero syempre, nakita naman natin si Justin. Papasok at kukunin na naman yung site. Panigurado, kailangan nilang i-secure ngayon yung kanilang mga angles. Kailangan rin nilang alamin. They want to go for this plant. Aabangan kaya nila 6-5 score ngayon. 33 seconds. Nagiging sapat pa rin kaya ito.
Oh, good position galing kay Aldrin. Oh, pero MVA, inubos na lahat. Oh my word, hindi man lang nakapasok ang Gaon Gaming. Not a single member. And 7-5 Pacific Macta. The retake defense work para sa kanila dito. And despite that opening pick galing kay Ellison, could not get it at the end of the day.
Tamang pika na yung take-off na yun. Daming mga tumalon coming from the side of Pacific Macta, pero Gaon Gaming mukhang napako na sila sa 5-round win na meron ngayon ang kanilang team. 7-5 na kailangan nilang habulin. MVA ngayon trying to sneak out dito sa may bridge side, pero syempre kailangan niya rin alamin muna saan nga ba yung iba pang nating kalaban, saan nga ba yung mga position coming from the side of Gaon Gaming. Pero crossfire pa rin naman ang maganda ginagawa dito ni Ellison and the side of Jackpan.
Slow play galing sa side ng Pacific Macta. And just like I said, what they do right is willing sila mag-take dito sa may house. Revenge. Risky yung angle pero gumana.
Pero yan, rotation na naman sila sa kamay ni Justin. And now, open ngayon site. They want to play this out on the side of Gaon Gaming. And there we go. Clean up lang natin yan. Kailangan lang natin linisin and flawless round para ngayon sa Pacific Macta. 2 rounds na lang na kailangan nilang i-secure in order for them to have this reverse sweep up against the side of Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, and that's what happens, no? Pag merong talagang willing na mag-risk dito sa may B-house super early and merong time itong Pacific Macta to work with dito sa may bridge side natin to get another angle papasok ng site, and that double prong play na ginawa nila going into the B site, hindi ready ang ating depensa at that very moment as mas focus sila sa pag-defend ng site lang mismo. And yun nga, players just got out-dueled para sa side ng GG at that very moment.
Right now, makikita natin yan. Mga flashes na binabato. Mabubulag nga yung isang player dito. And now Ellison and Aldrin nagkakasagutan na nga. Nakukuha na nga sila ng magandang pick-up, pero si Revenge pa rin ay buhay pa. MBA and the side of Aldrin nagpapakitang gilas na. And now ZYK X3D na lang yung natira. But right now, match point at series point para sa side ng Pacific Macta.
Yeah, nakuha na yata ng Pacific Macta. They have already downloaded yung mapa na to sa utak nila at this point. And they just seem to counter every single timing na ginagawa dito ng Gaon Gaming. And they're just doing everything right dito sa Eagle Eye, no? Pag hindi sila mag-aggressive dito sa may B-house, they're willing to fight for yung long control and itong mid control just in case. Pero, naku po, Gaon Gaming, para kayo ba'y may iwan?
May iwan pa nga sila. Mukhang hindi pa ata matatapos yung laban. Ito na nga ba ulit yung pag-bounce back, yung pag-angat ng mga kupunan dito ng Gaon Gaming. Talagang push forward, go lang ng go yung ginagawa nilang play. And now, Aldrin, tignan natin kung magiging sapat pa kaya yan. 1 HP clutch. Sinalo niya yung flush. Pero tignan natin kung makuha nga ba niya yung win. But definitely, para yan sa Gaon Gaming. 9-6 ngayon yung ating score.
Yeah, good delay galing sa side ng Gaon Gaming to really force itong Pacific Macta to play itong lane instead. And meron pang flank na nangyayari sa A-side, and now the aggression sa mid.
Nakakuha nga sila ng kill. Pero nandito na naman si ZYK to answer back dun sa mga kills na nakuha nga dito. And there we go. 3 kills coming from the side of MVA. Pag kailangan mo talaga siya, nandyan siya para sa inyo. And again, Pacific Macta securing this wonderful series. And again, reverse sweep ang nangyari na naman sa Gaon Gaming.
Yeah, there wasn't really any real strategy papasok ng round na yun galing sa side ng PM. I think they were just trying to default play yung kanilang play na nangyari dito sa ating last round. And it just so happens na GG, they're trying to go fast, they're trying to go furious dito sa ating Eagle Eye. Pero unfortunately, MBA, that's his type of way as well. Yung mga ganun na galawan where you just see him sa harap ng screen mo where you're supposed to be just nading instead. And MBA, alam niya kung paano i-counter yung mga ganun na style. And grabe, a set of 3 kills at that very last moment as well. It hasn't been too noisy of a map para dito kay MBA, no? Actually, I think most of the time he had like 0 kills dito sa Eagle Eye actually. Pero it was Aldrin kind of covering for him the entire time. Pero MBA at that very last moment, at that very last turn, ginapos nila lang yung game.
Talagang kung kailan mo siya kailangan, doon siya magpo-pull off eh. Doon siya magpapakitang gilas. And again, Pacific Macta, napakadami nilang baon. Definitely yung mga iba't ibang playstyle na pwedeng ibigay ng kanilang players. And nag-showcase talaga lahat. From Justin, nung map number 2, and now MVA pulling off that wonderful finish. Kumbaga, ayun na yung pang-secure. Ako na to, papakita ko sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung kaya ko onto this Eagle map. And map number 3 ay mapupunta nga ulit sa side ng Pacific Macta. And 2-1 ngayon yung ating naging series score. Definitely napakagandang run ito for the side of PM. And the side of GG naman, Gaon Gaming, kailangan ngayon nilang pagandahan pa lalo. Yung mga isa na lang ata yung natitira sa kanilang game or dalawa. But definitely pag nangyari yun, nagkaroon sila ng magandang laban sa kanilang remaining matches, kailangan nilang i-secure yung series.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean no na safe na dito yung Gaon Gaming dito sa ating group. Of course, Pacific Macta, I think they've sealed off first place at this point dito sa group. And possibly, possibly they're just gonna stay there the entire time, so they already have a good seed. So I think most of yung fight natin is probably gonna stem from itong second place and who's gonna get that. Kasi I think at the moment yung record ngayon ng Gaon Gaming is now 1-2. So the next team up para dito sa ating group could definitely take yung kanilang spot dito sa ating rank number 2 in this group para makapasok dito ng playoff. So still, if it's a tiebreaker scenario na mangyayari nga dito, at least para sa side ng Gaon Gaming, they did get that one map against itong Pacific Macta, and maybe they can make it no if ever may tiebreaker na mangyayari.
Kumbaga, dami pa rin naman nilang kailangan isipin kasi yes, nandyan ang SGJ Reborn na pwede pa rin nilang makasalpukan in terms of the placing dun sa ating magiging group
Natalo
A.
sila ng SGJ as well.
Yeah, definitely. Natalo rin sila nun. So, napakadaming factors din. And I think last game na lang ata nila, it will be the side of Team Random or the side of Group A. So, again, doon na magkakaroon ng magandang decider on the side of Team Random, SGJ Reborn, and Gaon Gaming kung ano nga ba yung magiging position nila. Pero let's see, ano nga ba yung mga highlights natin na napakita sa atin ng mga players on their map number 3.
Yeah, and looking back at yung group stage natin, no, I think there's a really big shot para sa side ng Pacific Macta, or rather para sa side ng SGJ to get itong second place, considering kalaban nila mamaya ay itong Team Random who is currently at the bottom of the scoreboard para dito sa ating group. And SGJ Reborn, they can take advantage to go 1-1. Pero yung pinakamalaking nilang challenge is how are they gonna play against itong Pacific Macta in tomorrow's games.
Oo.
Kasi pag 2-0 sweep yung nangyari, probably Gaon Gaming yung pasok.
Yan.
Pero kung hindi 2-0 nangyari and it is a map, whoever gets the better map siguro is gonna get itong second place natin. So it has to not just be a good game and a good sweep para dito sa side ng SGJ. It has to be a really dominant game, a really dominant series. And especially making challenge yun para sa games ng ating SGJ Reborn tomorrow, because ayun nga, kalaban nila yung Pacific Macta, kalaban nila yung first place team dito sa group natin. But I mean, SGJ has had moments of brilliance no dito sa game natin, and definitely pag ganito yung laruan ng Macta where even yung kanilang compound is actually vulnerable, malay mo, di ba, SGJ can take advantage of it
Oo.
and try and see if they can get itong series win against itong Macta side natin.
Yeah, definitely. Ibang klase rin kasi yung lakas ng SGJ Reborn ngayon. And mamaya makikita natin sila, pero again, recap lang ulit, 10-6 score yung ating naging resulta onto the map number 3. A good win on the side of Pacific Macta, pero Gaon Gaming, tulad nga ng sinabi ni Sneaky Frag, ang daming mga options, ang daming mga possibilities na pwedeng mangyari dun sa ating magiging second spot dito sa Group A. And Group B naman, may kita natin yan sa mga susunod pa na araw, because the side of Group B, isang laban lang rin naman yung Group B natin for today. Pero again, the match results nga onto the map 1, 10-5 score, map 2 or set 2, 4-10, and set 3, 6-10. Walang mga overtime ngayon yung ating nakita, na push lang talaga onto the map number 3. Then again, Gaon Gaming, unfortunately, nagkaroon na naman sila ng setback. Kumbaga, nakaramdam ulit sila ng gantong pagkatalo on that reverse sweep.
Actually, correction pala no, yung sa sinabi ko kanina. If manalo itong SGJ, since natalo na nila yung Gaon earlier, right? They could seal off itong second place. But if they lose to Team Random at itong Pacific Macta, magiging tiebreaker yung mangyayari dito sa second place. So it's up to SGJ kung pasok itong Gaon Gaming or hindi dito sa playoffs natin. That's gonna be very interesting kasi kung manalo sila against Team Random, 2-0 sila. Kung matalo sila against Macta, it's 2-1. And ngayon, yung record ngayon ng Gaon is like 1-2. So, yun nga, no, magdadasal dito yung Gaon Gaming squad natin on the downfall, unfortunately, ng ating SGJ. Pero, that's what they have to do para makapasok ng playoffs.
Yun yung makikita natin. Yung makikita natin mga games mamaya, and especially bukas. Ayan, abangan natin yan kung ano nga ba yung magiging final na result na ating standing. Kasi probably October 7 and 8, mark nyo na yung calendars nyo. Maging free na kayo dyan sa schedule na yan. Panigurado, makikita nyo yung mga idol nyo sa LAN event on the playoffs. Pero syempre, group stage pa rin naman tayo on this week 2, day number 3 ng ating naging laban. Definitely a win na nakita natin sa mga tropa nyo on the side of Pacific Macta, yung mga idol nyo na nakakuha ulit ng magandang panalo.
Yeah, the next series is gonna be interesting as well, no? Kasi time and time again, I've been saying na HPT, pretty good team, giving a lot of trouble dito sa ating execution squad nung series nila, even though it was a 2-0, no? I mean, it's still a pretty close 2-0 na pwede natin tawagin dito. And so far, Metacore has just been straight up impressive, no? Sa nakikita natin dito sa ating Group B. So, it's gonna be, I wouldn't say 50-50, pero it's gonna be a surprising game to say the least, no? Kung isa kang either Hydra Pro Team or Metacore fan, kasi hindi pa natin alam kung anong level yung dalawang teams natin.
Pero para sa akin, parang balance lang sila eh. Kumbaga, minsan, nagkakaroon talaga na na-outperform nila yung isa't isa. Pero definitely, kung ano yung magiging set ng maps natin, ano yung mga pipiliin nilang maps, dun magkakaroon ng magandang factor kung paano nila i-play out. Yes, may mga kanya-kanya silang strategy on the side of Metacore. And knowing na yung sniper nila dun is napakaganda. And napakaganda ng connection on the side also of HPT. And HPT parang isang game pa lang ata natin sila nakita wherein natalo sila ng execration. Kung di ako nagkakamali, ayan, nagkaroon sila ng force na map number 3 and nagkaroon pa ng overtime. And again, napakaganda nung naging transition na yun na laban. Pero HPT and Metacore, interesting match na pwede nating makita on to the second series.
Yeah, and especially considering how close yung Ankara was dun sa series na yun, especially execution. Getting taken all the way sa overtime, and hindi lang yun, it's a 13-11, so nakakuha pa ng 2 rounds sa OT itong HPT squad. So definitely yung mental fortitude para sa side ng HPT na andun pa rin, especially I mean if you have veterans like itong si if you have veterans like itong si Batsera, and especially with how Charlito performed dun sa Eagle Eye. I think yun nga, no, he's like the #1 reason why kung bakit nanalo pa yung Hydra Pro Team dun sa mapa na yun. So if they can perform the exact same way, HPT does have a shot. Pero Metacore at its normal play, no, at its normal play, yung laruan, if they can play their own game dito sa ating next na series, I think they can definitely just take on over, especially with how good yung kanilang core, yung core 3 na si Iyak at si Loy at si Rels dito, and how good they entry. And etong si A7J, man, this guy really does open things up para sa side ng metacore na hindi natin nakikita sa mga ibang teams.
Kumbaga, etong sinabi mo nga mga pangalan na yan, ibang klase na factor yung level nila eh. Kumbaga pag nilagay mo sila sa group A, parang kaya nilang makipagsabayan lahat dun sa team na yun eh. And definitely, pag dito naman sa group B natin, lahat sila parang patas kung titignan natin. Pero the side of execution, napakita na nila sa ating lahat na yes, kaya namin sabayan din kayo, pero definitely ibang level yung aming pwedeng ibigay na performance up against the 3 members or 3 teams na nasa Group B. And definitely dito sa ating mga susunod na matches, may kita pa natin dito kung paano nga nag-grow yung mga players natin, yung mga teams, paano nga ba na-set ng mga coaches yung kanilang magiging playstyle. And definitely huge huge difference na yun on to the week 1 now transitioning into the week 2.
Yeah, I mean, no one wants to go home with only $500, no, para sa mga teams natin dito. So we're gonna see some really interesting plays galing sa mga teams natin especially. Pero yun nga, going into yung discussion para dito sa ating third match of the day, which is gonna be, yun nga, ang ating SGJ squad versus yung Team Random. Team Random hasn't had the best group stage so far dito sa tournament natin.
Yep.
They went 0-2. I think in total of maps na nakuha nila is actually 0. So wala pa sila nakukuha kahit ni isang map dito sa buong group stage natin. So maybe this could be the one series na pwede nilang balikan and pwede nilang i-come back. Pag natalo nga dito yung SGJ, there is a chance for them to kind of tie up itong second place kasi pwede mangyari dito 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Pero yung kanilang chances para sa side ng Team Random is kind of diminishing, no, kasi because of those prior na sweeps na nakuha nila dito.
Parang ayun yung magiging downfall nila, yung mga maps na hindi nila nakuha. And the side of Gaon and the side of SGJ Reborn, kumbaga nakakuha nga sila ng mga maps na po-force out nila ng map 3 yung kanilang mga laban. But definitely, sabi nga ni Sneaky Frag, pag nakuha ito ng Team Random, ibang set of story na yung pwede nating ma-build in. Kumbaga, mas magiging lamang sila kasi syempre, nakakuha sila ng sweep na kung saan the side of SGJ Reborn and Gaon Gaming, hindi pa rin naman sila nakakuha ng magandang series sweep. So definitely, if the side of Team Random, makakaramdam sila ng adjustment or yung kanilang pagbabago in terms of their opponent. Kasi alam naman natin, SGJ Reborn, ibang level na rin yung kanilang ipinapakita sa atin. New set of lineup, yung nakita natin on the week 1, and definitely nag-workout yon, nag-pay off rin yon sa lahat ng mga nakatapat nila. And again, may kita ulit natin sila on to the last series na itong araw na ito.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, especially Team Random. Hindi naman clean 2-0 yung nangyari sa kanila dito, at least against etong Macta squad of all things, no. Nakakuha pa sila ng a few points. I mean, nakakuha ka sila ng 10-8 sa Black Widow, which is still a pretty close game. 13-19 sa Ankara, with of course yung Pacific Macta's best map being on that series so far. Pero ayun nga, no, losing to Gaon is not really the best look. Kasi feeling ko talaga, you have to be a really, really good team like Macta para talunin yung pace dito ng Gaon na harap-harapan. And it seems like itong Team Random, they do like to go for yung more risky, more kind of puggish na playstyle na pwede natin tawagin dito to trying to catch these teams off guard. Pero and yeah, let's see if it works out.
Definitely, may kita natin yan mamaya. Pero again, huwag yung alis dahil magbabalik muli kami for more action.